Hard to believe, but it's already time for Fun with Joe. 20 minutes before 12 o'clock on Thanksgiving Eve.
Yay!
Unbelievable.
I know, time goes by so quickly.
I'm glad you brought the theme music. I was in there typing away and said, oh my goodness, I had to run in here. Yeah.
And we're going to do more, name three things in 5 seconds. That's we get some more Thanksgiving or holiday themed.
Yeah, holiday themed.
Yeah, holiday
It's
themed.
unbelievable. Thanksgiving's tomorrow.
It is hard to believe, yes.
Yeah, we'll be working.
Yeah.
We'll all be working. You'll be here earlier than me, but I'll be here later in the day.
You've got a bit, yeah, but it's fun for me. You're going to be up all night long tomorrow night.
All night long.
Do you like that kind of thing?
I don't know. I haven't done it in years, so I don't know. We'll see.
You'll have a good time.
It'll be all night long. Then all night.
Well, you've got a great table to dance on.
No, this is too nice
Right
to dance
here.
on. You kidding me? Oh, no.
You can
Break
take a
this
nap.
table, I'll be in trouble.
Oh, man.
Imagine, can you imagine someone walking by, going shopping tomorrow, and they see me on here on the table? Oh, my goodness.
There you go.
No, I just came back from Sears. I picked up the gift cards for the 4 winners of the parking places tomorrow.
Good.
So
Nice.
met the new manager over there. They have a new manager over there at Sears now. So
Oh, gosh.
So you are, do you know where the 4 spaces are?
yes, it's just on the other side where the pickup, where the pickup area is.
Oh, okay.
Just on the other side there. There's 4. There'll be 4 spaces reserved, and they're going to have their vans parked in the spaces so no one else can
So
get
how
in.
do the 4 winners know where to go?
I have no earthly idea. Maybe we'll probably call them back up. And
Yeah.
I didn't know till this morning where they were, so I tried yesterday. Yeah. But they were in a lot of meetings getting ready for tomorrow night, I should say.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
I should see that because I get to go behind the scenes of all this stuff.
Yeah.
Busy bees walking around and working in there.
Busy place right now, the mall, right?
Oh, the whole mall is like humming.
Really?
So the whole mall opens tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
It's kind of exciting, really. I mean, I've heard from businesses who are not associated with the mall who say, you know what? I'm not even worried about Black Friday because people go to the mall on Black Friday.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
And we're giving cocoa away on Friday.
You're going to give Coco away?
Yeah, she's not going to be here anymore.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Coco the Gorillas give. No.
I saw you this morning. We saw you outside the window with your big hand truck with all the goodies for Friday.
Yes. So
Huge
Doug's going to be giving the cocoa away on Friday between 8 and noon.
Doug is the Coco Man.
Doug's going to be the cocoa man. I'll be going later this afternoon. Myself or Dan will be going to.
What is that song, Joe? Hey, Mr. Coco Man, banana. What is that song?
I don't know. I can't remember that song.
You got Doug singing back here. That worries me. No, I'll be stopping at, or Dan will be stopping, either one of us, at Beautiful Moments to pick up I guess they call them, what do you call them? Coffee urns?
Coffee, I guess, yeah.
Yes, the urns.
Yeah. But, water, for
more than one use.
Whatever.
Yes, multiple uses. No, this is for heating the hot water. So we're going to have 2 of them running. One will be for heating, and the other one, and he can go back and forth and
That's pretty
keep
awesome.
it full. And so we'll be set up by 7:30, 7:45, and Doug will be out there giving cocoa. Well, basically, what Doug's going to do is going to be the policeman, because it's all going to be self-serve, basically, but Doug's just going to make sure everybody's polite, nobody cuts lines, nobody's rude. You're going to dress nice.
Oh, really?
You're going to dress nice tomorrow, Doug?
The Coco Police? It's not tomorrow. It's Friday.
I mean, Friday.
Friday.
You going to dress nice Friday, Doug? It's a yes or no answer.
Yes.
Thank you. That's it. That was an easy one.
I do have my Santa's hat.
Well, that'll be cool to wear. And it's going to be a little chilly, so that's even better.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
Tis the season
To
be chilly.
be chilly. Okay.
No, it's to be season to give.
Season to be give. Yes.
That's right.
Oh, yes. So we've got Island Grove Wines came in yesterday and delivered all the wines that we're going to be giving away.
Cute girl that you gave a tour to, too.
That's the general manager.
Well, she was still
Wow.
cute.
Yes, she was.
She was hot. She was more than cute. She was hot.
Okay.
She's wearing great boots.
Oh, great boots.
See,
Great boots.
I didn't get
Not great.
My eyes didn't go that
Great.
far.
Oh,
I know. You guys are.
Tell you what, you're going to get me in trouble. And the prize today is from Betty Crocker Potatoes. Win this insulated casserole carrier. Perfect for keeping your foods hot.
You fools.
Foods hot and delicious when you're on the go this holiday season. Retail value?
$22.98.
Close, $32.
Wow.
No.
No, I don't
No,
think so.
it's pretty.
It's pretty
it's
though.
a nice thing though. If you're gonna-
It is it's a heavy duty.
You gotta check-
It's probably I would say a $12 item.
Yeah.
$12 item.
think so.
Well, the message says, well, here we go.
Put it this way: it's free to the winner. It's free
That's
to
right.
the winner.
Are you ready for the big day tomorrow? Well, then through all the hustle and bustle, don't forget to go to side dish with a Betty Crocker potatoes. Yo.
I like that.
All right,
That
so
is
you
cool.
win the anything else, Robin? You giving away
I
this-
don't know.
The good
Do
old
we have
country hoedown?
Do we have anything else?
You got 2 tickets for the good old country hoedown.
Okay.
Yo
so
ho.
anybody wants to go to a hoedown? We
Oh,
have 2
what?
tickets.
What? It's got warm in here again. Who down?
A hoedown. It's your hoedown.
And when is it coming?
It's coming on December 14th
I know.
Okay.
at 5 p.m.
All right.
That's why I love working with Robin.
I gotta have everything mapped out for me. I need reservations.
I need reservation. Wait, question, Larry.
What is it? What is it?
What was special about the 1965?
You were.
Thank you very much. Thanksgiving Day football game between the Lions and the Colts.
It snowed.
No, you want it? You want the?
Yeah. What are the choices?
There were no TV announcers. First NFL game broadcast in color. It ended in a tie.
Second one, the color.
You're correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yay!
Ding.
Yeah, ding.
All right. So here's
Pastrami on pumpernickel.
we need somebody to call to bet on
that
Joe.
sounds
Somebody
good.
to call to bet on Robin. You get this nice little carrying case for your casserole. Keep it
Yep.
warm. Keep it cold.
I hate a
keep it-
cold casserole, don't you?
I know. Me
Yesterday,
too.
when Pebbles brought in her
Cornbread.
it was warm. So she must have had something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Never know.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Alrighty.
All right. Call in right now if you want to play. You'll bet on Robin. You'll bet on Joe. We'll be right back.
They want to hear the Thanksgiving song. All right. This is a Thanksgiving song. I hope you enjoy it. Love to eat turkey. Love to eat turkey. I love you. Love to eat turkey, 'cause it's good. Love to eat turkey like a good boy should, 'cause it's turkey to eat. So good. That clapping's messing my head up, man. I appreciate it, but I was trying to think of the next line. I'm like,
All right. We got our players, right? Who's playing Robin?
Jane has me, and Peter has Joe.
And I have a Reuben on
Your hand-
pumpernickel. That's it.
Oh, I like that.
All right, here we go.
A little
I'll-
mustard.
I'll start the-
I'm getting so hungry.
I'll start the timer, and you'll have 5 seconds to name the 3 things that I name. Are you ready?
I guess we are.
All right. Name 3.
Who's going first?
No, you, Joe.
Thank
you're
you.
First. Name 3 treats that kids will leave for Santa Claus.
50 million.
Cookies, milk, and chocolates
Yay!
Yeah, that's good enough.
with sound effects in the background. The background.
All right,
yeah.
Robin. Name 3 Hanukkah traditions.
Lighting the menorah, the dreidel, and food.
Oh, yeah, that's good enough.
That's
have
cheating,
I
though.
had said they
That
had
was
food.
cheating.
How's that cheating? Oh,
An
food.
hour and a half ago, he was in here.
Yeah, food. I don't know.
No, not the
family.
food.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think food. I think
The
food would
food
need to
is-
be specific.
Oh, it's
Oh,
Jewish
okay,
food.
so
No,
we're not
she
on the
gets
board
that.
yet,
All right,
Jane.
all right.
No, you get that, Robin.
Right,
Jewish
Joe,
food.
right,
Joe,
Come
Jane.
on.
On the
name
board.
3 songs that have the word bells in their titles.
Jingle bells, bells and bows, and I don't know. Can't think of a third one.
Silver bells,
Silver bells. There you go.
bells and bows. Where's
Bells and bows.
Buttons
bells
and
and bows and trickle and toes. And
Buttons and bows.
it's bells and bows today.
Okay.
all right? Robin.
I guess I don't get a point.
You
do
get
I?
the point
No.
anyway.
No, I did get the point anyway. All right.
Name 3 types of Christmas trees.
Fir, spruce, and pine.
First, spruce and pine. That's good enough, I guess.
Yeah, in the corner of Spruce and Pine.
Yeah,
You knew I was going there. Come on.
that's the red light district.
Joe, name
Really?
Joe,
Yeah.
name 3 vehicles made for the snow.
Snowmobile, Jeep, and a truck.
Yeah, that's good.
There you go. Excellent. We're now tied 2-2.
Robin. Name 3 gifts the wise men brought baby Jesus.
Frankincense and myrrh and gold.
Wow. This is going too quickly.
But she's too smart.
Joe, name-
well, it's only 5 seconds, Larry. What do you want?
Joe, name 3 times when Times Square in New York City is packed.
New Year's Eve, July 4th, Christmas Eve.
There you go. Good job.
Boom, boom, boom.
Is it really?
What?
On Christmas Eve, it's packed?
Sure. You don't believe? Well, you lived there longer than I have. I don't know. Look it up. Somebody Google it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
We're tired.
What are the 3 days you think of?
Well,
Well, yeah,
I would say a ticker tape parade, if they still have them.
I don't know. All the windows are sealed. I don't know if they have those anymore.
Yeah, probably not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, astronauts was the last ticker
I don't know.
tape
Ticker
parade.
tape, yeah.
I don't even know. They don't even make ticker tape anymore.
No,
I don't think
no.
so. It's passe.
All right, Robin,
say, I
name
like that.
3 ways to say Merry Christmas.
Joyeux Noel, Merry Christmas, and Feliz Navidad.
Yeah, wow. Good job.
That center
Okay.
one. What's that center one?
Joyeux Noel.
Joyeux Noel. Was that French?
Yeah.
Joyeux Noel. Oh, you heard about the Thanksgiving Day parade tomorrow?
No.
No.
They might not have floats. I mean, the
Oh, yeah, I
balloons
did hear that. I
because
did
of the
hear that.
wind. That's right.
did
Yeah.
hear
Oh,
that.
wow.
I think I heard it on Newspace.
Well, yeah.
Did you have it on Newspace?
Yeah, we
I,
had a-
yeah, that's right. That's true. Probably where I heard it. Huh? What year was did they have? 1979 when the balloon hit the light.
Yes.
and hurt a woman.
Do you want to know a fascinating trivia story about that?
Quickly.
The
yes.
woman who got hit by that lamp pole
Yes.
also was the woman who rented the apartment that got crashed into by an airplane like 6 months later or something like that.
She's still alive?
Yeah, same
Yeah,
woman had
poor
both things
thing.
happen to her. Yeah.
Tell you what, I'm not getting near her. Holy
Got her third
moly.
one to go.
I won't get insurance from her either.
Joe, name 3
Yes.
TV Christmas specials.
Snoopy. Oh my goodness. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and
That's hard. It's precious.
Santa Claus Coming to Town. That was the last one.
All right, Robin, name 3 gifts you probably would not wrap.
Car. Boat.
That's a good answer.
Our boathouse.
Car, boat, jet. Did you hear me? Hey, is John Travolta out there? How about a ride in your jet? Yes.
Joe, name 3 gifts that fit in a stocking.
Cold candy and popcorn.
There you go. Excellent.
Coal.
We're now.
Well, that's if you're bad. Hey, I'm not discriminatory here. Anybody can
No.
have this. Yeah. If you're bad,
That's
you
right.
get coal.
Exactly.
That's right. But I'll also, hey, you got to put the word out now. Usually John Travolta sneaks in here at the mall
Right.
on Thanksgiving Eve.
Does
Right.
it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Every year he comes in. Don't know when, where, how, but he's usually in here
All right.
shopping. We got to put the word out to stop in at the station.
Okay.
Everybody, anybody know John Travolta out there? Give him a call. Tell him to give me a personal call here. 732-8000. I'll definitely talk to him. No crazy calls, please. Patsy will know.
What if it's the other John Travolta? Who you
There's
think
only
is-
one John Travolta.
No, there's another one.
Who?
I don't know.
John Travolta?
Some unknown guy.
Yeah, you're so full of
has the
parole.
same name. You don't think there's another one?
No.
I think so.
Really?
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so.
It's not that uncommon of a name. Travolta.
What?
Is it an uncommon name, Travolta?
He's the only one I know of. But yeah, it's-
It's the only one I know of too. But,
well, there you go then,
but
Pilgrim.
I bet you there's another Larry Whitler somewhere.
I don't know.
I bet there is.
I don't know.
What if he calls you? Will you answer the phone?
Yes, I would.
Oh,
I talk to anyone.
there is another Robin McBlain because when I was in Best Buy last week, I dropped in there to get something for TJ, and she looked my name up on the computer, and it was in Kentucky
Oh, wow.
because I couldn't remember what phone number I was under.
Wow.
It was my name on the Best Buy electronic thing.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Hope she's
Wow.
got good credit.
That's right, yeah.
Robin, name 3 popular perfume brands.
Estee Lauder, Chanel,
knew it.
and Elizabeth Taylor.
Wow.
Hey,
She got it.
You got it under the
White
Wow.
diamonds, yes.
Yeah, that was a.
Sure, there's no way for us to prove you're right or wrong on the next one. So,
1, 2, 3.
name 3 toys you had as a kid.
The Rifleman, Zorro, and Pop Gun.
You had a Zorro? What's a Zorro?
The Zorro.
You had one?
Yes.
I thought Zorro was a guy.
The kit. Did you have the
Oh, you had the Zorro kit?
Yeah.
What was in it?
the mask, the sword, the cape? Yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
As
wow.
a kid,
That is kinda
and of course a pop gun. Everybody had a pop gun, but mine was called a pop gun, and it was like from the. As a matter of fact, I still have it in storage somewhere.
Really?
It was like on top of a destroyer with the 2 guns that pop back and forth.
Oh,
And so they were shooting, It has 2 little handles on it, and it shoots one direction. It still works. So then I had a robot man.
All right, the next
That
one is
is
a
nifty.
two-parter.
Oh, I get the help, Robin.
The next one's a two-parter, and you do get the help, but the question is, who wants to go first?
Robin, it's your
Okay.
All
turn.
right, Robin goes first.
Yes.
All right, Robin,
Her
name
first.
name 3 pies.
Apple, meringue, and pumpkin.
All
I
right.
knew you were going to say pumpkin. I knew it.
Joe,
Yes.
name 3 other pies.
A meringue, blueberry, and apple.
Okay, Robin said meringue.
Did you say meringue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, well, I had 2 out of 3.
No, you go. You can go again.
I had 2 out of 3.
Can't do it again.
We should write them down. That's why I didn't write them down. You know. I knew I heard meringue somewhere.
All right.
It rang a bell. It rang a bell.
Robin, name 3 of the gifts in the 12 days of Christmas.
Partridge in a pear tree, 10 lords a leaping, 11 ladies dancing.
11? 11?
Oh, was it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, no.
I'm not going through the whole thing.
Oh,
No, I don't know.
I didn't make it, Jane.
All right,
11
We got
days?
6. Peter and you have
11?
5.
I don't know, you know.
I can't remember the numbers.
Did you ever go in a big group of people? I mean, a big crowd, maybe 25, 30, and then you slap them all together. All right, you're the first, you're the second, you're the third, and you all sing it through the 12 days of Christmas. That's a long song.
yeah, it
fun.
is. Listen, yeah.
I used to do that with karaoke, drive them crazy.
Joe,
Oh, that's
name
fun.
3 decorations on a Christmas tree.
The bulbs, the tinsel, and the lights.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
That's good enough.
Excellent. We're now tie again.
Robin, name 3 things that will leave a stain on Thanksgiving.
Turkey dressing and gravy.
Turkey.
Yeah, when you slap a turkey on your leg. Yeah.
Okay.
And when it falls on your pants and it's
What?
stuff on it, and
Larry, when's the last time you had a drumstick fall down your pants?
That was a concert in
It's
1962.
1962. There you go.
All right, Joe,
Yes.
name 3 desserts that you'll have a second helping of.
All of them. I mean, this is so many. Come on, Larry. They're all of them.
Robin, name 3 famous musical families that have produced Christmas specials.
the Jacksons, the Osmonds, and I don't know who else is there besides those 2.
What was it?
The Welk family.
Oh, the Welk family.
The Lennon
of course.
sisters?
Yeah,
Lennon
there you
family,
go.
There you
There
go,
you
yeah.
go.
The Osmonds.
Oh, she said the Osmonds.
Yeah, right.
She said the Osmonds.
And who?
That's
who-
like meringue
The
pie.
Williams family.
Who?
Oh, Andy Williams.
The Bing
yeah.
Crosby family.
That's right.
Bing
that's
Cart.
right,
Oh, that's right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never see them all year long, then they come out at Christmas.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure. yeah.
Danny Thomas's family did one, didn't they?
Oh, that's right.
They used to, yes. That's,
That's right.
Mitch
yeah.
Miller, didn't his family do one?
Yeah.
That's true.
think so, yeah.
Follow the mountain ball.
That was fun.
Mamas and papas.
There's
would-
only 2 of them. There's only 2 of them.
I would sing along with that.
All right,
bouncing
Joe,
Yes, yes.
Name 3 sing-along Christmas songs.
Jingle bells, deck the halls, Merry Christmas.
I guess they're all sing-along. I don't know that. one.
Yeah.
Now
Silent
tie
night,
again,
yeah, whatever.
seven.
Yeah.
Robin, name 3 ways Santa might enter a house without a chimney.
Through the door, through the basement, through a window.
And into jail.
Through the basement.
Well, there's windows. There was windows in my
Okay.
basement up north.
Okay, I was through
You
a
could
window.
come in through the
Gotcha.
basement, up
shit.
through the basement.
Hey, Robin, I'll help you there. He could have went through the cellar door
Oh, that's right.
Right.
and then got
What
arrested.
is a cellar door?
The cellar door. That's a French. That's a French door.
My
It's a cellar
grandmother
door.
had one of those. That was cool.
You want French dressing?
No, not in the cellar door.
All right, Joe, name 3 treats that are topped with powdered sugar.
Donuts, pastries, and cupcakes.
I guess so.
There you go. I like that.
I'm so lenient with this game here. All right, Robin,
Pastries.
name 3 things you would like to stuff into a stocking. Didn't get it. No point for you.
No, but I had visions.
Of sugar plums
Joe.
that danced in her head.
That's right.
Name 3 sports likely to be played on Thanksgiving.
We see beside football, and football.
I guess football is one of them.
That's it. What other sports you
Really?
You're not,
Basketball?
what are you going to have baseball on Thanksgiving? I don't think
You
so.
could go in the back. It doesn't say professional. You could go.
Oh, that's right. We could play bocce.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
love to play
sort
bocce.
of
Yeah.
a question we had yesterday. All right.
Yeah. I used to play bocce.
This is WOCA Ocala.
The source.
Robin, name
Yes.
3 famous Christmas tree locations.
Rockefeller Center, Ocala, Downtown Square.
Yeah.
Washington, D.C.
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
That
I'll
would
hit
have
you,
been
I'll
the
hit you with
third
the
one.
last one.
Jacksonville Landing.
Yeah. Oh, that one's beautiful. We haven't seen that one in years.
Really? Jacksonville Landing.
Oh, it's so cool. You can take a water taxi over there. It's
Oh, it's in the middle of the water or something?
No, it's it's
on the
got
river.
all these shops, and then they have this huge inlet thing with all concrete, and they put the tree right there, and then you can park
So it's
on
an
one
island.
side of the bridge, and no, you can take
on the
the
river.
bridge over there.
It's on the river.
But you can park and take a water taxi. It's so cool. It's so beautiful.
Oh, see, now when you said, I thought you meant take a water taxi to the tree. My
yeah,
bad.
you can.
That is,
I'm so confused.
that is what you mean. In other words, if you arrive on the other side of the river, you can
Yes.
take a water taxi to this side of the river.
And see
The big tree.
The
Tree.
But you can't see the tree from the other side of the
Well,
river?
you probably could, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
So you just want a closer view of the tree.
Right.
Right.
I got you now. I'm so confused. Okay.
Joe, name 3. Is it Joe?
It's Joe.
That's
Joe,
me.
Name 3 famous ice skaters.
I don't know.
Not one, huh?
No.
Not one.
Okay. Fleming, that's all I can think of.
There you go.
But it's all, I don't know.
Robin, name
Yes.
3 things that can be used as artificial snowflakes.
Potatoes.
Detergent.
You got
is
detergent,
one.
you got potatoes, and you got polyurethane.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Soap suds.
Yeah, there you go.
Just don't get the potatoes. The soap
Downy-
suds wet, though. Yeah.
Downy
like,
flakes. Downy flakes.
Downy flakes, yeah.
Oh, that's
And
right.
potato. What do you-
Potatoes, the potato flakes. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about
it's
that.
snowing potatoes.
Sawdust.
Joe, name the first 3 words of the song "Let It Snow."
Lord Palms. No.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
Yeah. Oh, the weather is right. Oh, the weather.
Cool.
First 3 words.
Peter goes ahead
It took
by
me
one.
forever to get the 5 seconds thing going. Robin, name 3 cuts of the turkey.
Breast, leg, and wing.
Whoa.
That one yesterday too.
Yeah, oh, he did?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I heard that. I heard those before, yeah.
Joe, name 3 items
Uh-oh.
in a holiday package from Hickory Farm.
A summer sausage, crackers, and I got 2 now, 2 out of 3.
I
What
guess
was
they
the
got
deal?
cheese, don't they?
Yeah,
Cheese,
oh yeah, they got
that's
cheese.
right. And that'd be the 3rd cut when you cut the
Yeah,
cheese,
right.
yes.
Robin, name 3 things likely to be in the artwork on a Christmas card.
Trees, smiling faces, and animals.
What? No snowmen?
Oh, I forgot about
No
the
snowman.
No
snowman.
snowmen? Oh, come on. The Christmas thing, got to have a snowman on there.
Joe, name 3
Yes.
places likely to have perpetual snow.
Disney World, Universal Studios, California.
See, I would have said the North Pole, the South Pole, Greenland.
Don't forget New York.
Perpetual snow?
Perpetual snow.
All right.
Well, they make it so they can have it as long as they want it, yeah.
Robin,
Yes.
name 3 things you use to decorate a snowman.
A carrot, a scarf, and coal.
Hey.
Woo!
Yes.
We pulled ahead by one, Jane.
Boy, and she didn't even mention the hat or the twigs or anything.
No.
Wow.
Joe.
She concentrated on the face, yes?
Name
That's
the
right.
first 3 words
Oh, geez.
in the poem A Visit from St. Nicholas.
Was the night before Christmas.
Twas the night is right. Twas the
Yay.
night.
Oh, my God.
10 to 10, we're tied.
Twas the night before Christmas and all through the house.
Robin, name 3 articles of clothing that keep you warm.
Socks, mittens, and a scarf. There we go. We're ahead by one, Jane.
Okay. Joe,
Yes.
name 3 ways to unwrap a gift.
Quickly, slowly, tenuously.
My sister-in-law does that. It takes her forever to unwrap a package.
I used to
She's
remember
very-
someone used to, I forget, one aunt somewhere, she used to just, with every little, and then she, okay, why are you doing that? Because I'm going to use this wrapping paper next year.
Robin, name 3 animals in a nativity scene.
A sheep, cattle, and a bird.
A bird.
Bird.
The dove?
So a dove there? Yeah.
I guess that's a bird,
I
isn't it?
guess that
Dove.
makes sense, yeah. Joe, name
Yes.
3 brands of
Uh-oh.
luggage. Guess it's for travelers. None.
Samsonite is all I know.
That's coming to mind. We go, no.
Besides The Grinch That Stole Christmas, Robin, name 3 Dr. Seuss stories.
The Cat in the Hat, Green Eggs and Ham, and Sam I Am.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Sam I Am.
Sam, I am, said it, Sam.
That's
I would have
right.
never known any of those. None. Zero.
I do.
Oh, very good, Doug. Very good.
All right, let's see.
Oh, my goodness.
Joe, name 3 religious symbols that might appear on a Christmas tree.
A cross, a star, and an angel.
There you go.
Excellent.
Good enough.
All
Good for you.
right.
Yes.
All right. Robin, name 3 things a child might draw with his or her crayons.
A son, a family, and a house.
That's easy, anything. Yeah. A banana, a grape, an orange.
All right. And Joe, one more thing. Name 3 things you're going to put whipped cream on tomorrow.
Pumpkin pie. The other 2, I'm not telling.
All right. Who wins, Robin?
Jane, you win. Come pick up your prizes.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving. See you tomorrow.
More conversation, less confrontation. It's the Mike Huckabee Show, live from Little Rock, Arkansas. Ladies and gentlemen, Governor Mike Huckabee.
Well, I realize a lot of you are traveling today, and I sure hope you packed your W-2s and the pay stubs and your tax returns, because I know that one of the main reasons that you're going to gather with your family at Thanksgiving is to sit around the table and talk Obamacare. I mean, that's what the president has asked you to do, and I'm sure that most of you feel like that whatever he suggests is, it's like a command from on high. So you probably packed a pecan pie and maybe some of your favorite desserts to carry with you to your relative's house. But again, it's so important that you have those essential items for this year's Thanksgiving. And remember, you can download all of that stuff on the internet, because at BarackObama.com they have materials so that can give you talking points and even videos. They don't want you to miss a thing. They really do believe that the most important way you can spend Thanksgiving is to bring up Obamacare at the table and ask everyone at your household to be sure and sign up. And if they haven't, to log them on the internet right then and there, even before they get the first bite of turkey. I wish I were just making this up and it was a joke, but it isn't. That's actually what they're attempting to do. And as we heard from a lot of our listeners yesterday, in most households, somebody says, hey, let's talk Obamacare. There's going to be a fight breakout. One of our listeners, I thought, had it perfectly, said it would look like a scene from Animal House, the food fight scene, which was one of the great scenes of moviedom. Ranks right up there with Rhett Butler telling Scarlett O'Hara where to go, and all the great moments of moviedom, like when Citizen Kane, John Foster Kane, looked at his last moment of life and said, "Red Bud." You know, moments like that. And that's it. I mean, this was one of Hollywood's finest moments. It was certainly one of the more serious moments of Hollywood history, forever immortalized in Animal House. And speaking of Hollywood, Barack Obama makes Hollywood again. I don't blame him. It's one of the few places he can go where they adore him. Rest of the country, his poll numbers have just sunk like a rock. Not in Hollywood. They love him there. And so he goes back to Hollywood and raises a bunch of dough from the Hollywood liberals who still can't believe he could do anything wrong. So, a lot of these showbiz folks who don't have to worry about how to pay for their health insurance, like Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, paid $16,200 each to hear Obama talk for 15 minutes at his fundraiser. It was really an extraordinary occasion, I'm sure. And I'm glad I missed it. But we didn't really miss it because there were microphones in the room, and we were able to glean just a few of the things that the president had to say to the Hollywood high horse liberals. And he first likes to mention that he likes to work out there in Hollywood.
It is great to be at DreamWorks Animation. I would like to work here. I have asked Jeffrey. The only concern I had was The lights were kind of dim in the offices, and I'm pretty sure I'd fall asleep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I would have fallen asleep during the speech. Jeffrey Katzenberg is one of his biggest donors and the head of DreamWorks. That's where he was hanging out. He talks about how entertainment is so important to the overall American brand. I agree with that. I think that's a legitimate statement. I mean, clearly he's pitching to the audience, which I don't blame him. That's what every speaker does. But he does believe that probably the most important part of American diplomacy is the entertainment industry.
When you think about it, what finance is to New York, what the auto industry is to the Midwest, what technology is to Northern California, entertainment is to this part of the country. And believe it or not, entertainment is part of our American diplomacy. You can go anywhere on the planet. You can say, "May the force be with you." They know what you're talking about. Entertainment is one of the bright spots of our economy. The gap between what we can do and what other countries can do is enormous.
You know, I'm thinking when Obama's speaking, maybe we should say, "May the farce be with you." Because increasingly, I believe that's what the administration has become, a farce, whether it's domestic or international policy. So that may be the new slogan that Republicans ought to adopt. And when they see one of the Democrats at the Capitol, just say, "May the farce be with you." Yes, indeed. Pull out those lightsabers. Swing them wildly at all of those in your way. Strike at the executive orders with all your might. And may the farce be with you. Because the farce is indeed what we're getting. Now, the president has gone from apologizing for Obamacare, the rollout, the canceled insurance, the canceled doctors, all the stuff that turned out to be big, fat farces, and now he's gone back to defending it, which is just amazing to me because I can't imagine why he would defend it. But I guess he feels he has to. And so, before the Hollywood crowd, who I think they would love him if he got up and said, "We've decided to turn off the water in every American city and replace it with sand." So he admits the rollout is rough, but still continues to defend the disastrous Obamacare.
The rollout of the new healthcare marketplace was rough. And by the way, the website's continually working better, so check it out. The product is good, people want it, and we should not live in a country where people are going bankrupt just because they get sick. And anybody who's going to keep on pushing against that, they will meet my resistance because I am willing to fix any problems that there are, but I'm not going to abandon people to make sure that they've got health insurance in this country.
Well, for a couple of things that, once again, I'm thinking, yes, the farce is with him. He says the product is good and people want it. I'm not sure that anybody's seeing this product as being all that great. Millions canceled. If this were McDonald's, they'd have a sign right underneath, and it would every day change. 7 million canceled. Then the next day, 8 million and 9 and on until we get to hundreds of millions canceled with only a few products actually purchased. And do people want it? Well, most people kind of wanted what they had, but they can't keep that anymore despite the promises. Well, the president had a lot more to say we'll get to in this hour. And also, this hour, we're going to leave the phone lines open all during the hour. So if you would like to comment on this Thanksgiving Eve as you travel about the country or go about trying to do a quick thaw of your turkey so that you can deep fry it, smoke it, bake it, whatever you're going to do to it, then give us a call. It's easy, 855-840-4825, 855-840-4825. Now, it's also that time of year when Friday you'll probably go out there and start using your elbows to get to the best bargains and the good Christmas gifts. Instead of just running up and down the aisles, let me tell you how to make this a lot easier. When you get to one of your favorite stores like Bed & Bath & Beyond and Walmart, Target, Costco, go straight to where they have the display for SodaStream soda makers. And as many gifts as you need to buy for people who, well, really will appreciate convenience, get them a SodaStream soda maker. You know, when I first got mine, I thought, there's just no way this thing is going to make soda that tastes the same as the kind I get in bottles and cans. But boy, was I wrong. I mean, it's every bit as good. In fact, in many of the flavors, it's so much better because it's fresh. The fizz never goes away because you make the fizz when you make the soda, and it's done right there. The variety of sparkling drinks include everything from juices, cocktails, you name it. They've got over, I think, 50 to 60 flavors. I can't keep up with them all, but one of the latest and newest is Ocean Spray Sparkling Cranberry Juice. Now, look, here's how you do it. It's not hard. You fill a bottle with cold water. That's pretty easy. You push a button, one button. You don't have to think this. You just push the carbonate button. Bang, it carbonates the water. Now, if you want to carbonate it more, you control that. Less, you control that. You put in your choice of flavor, just pour it in. That's it. You're done. You can create bubbly beverages just like you like them. You control the flavor, you control the fizz, and you also can control the cost because it's a lot less expensive than the ones that you buy. Now, if you're like me, you're still trying to figure out what to buy, friends and family, and I just want to go ahead and tell you, you can solve that right here, right now. Get a SodaStream soda maker for the people that you really care about, and they are going to be glad you did. You can also go to SodaStream.com to find a store near you. Just remember, SodaStream has better bubbles made by you. 855-840-4825. We'll get your calls when we return. This is The Mike Huckabee Show.
The Mike Huckabee Show.
Hi, this is Brad. I want to take a moment to talk about a serious issue. In the next 5 years, the aviation industry is projected to have a shortage of commercial pilots. Now is the time to start training. Ocala Flying Club has started a scholarship for the youth of Marion County ages 17 to 24. The club will donate up to $4,000 towards a pilot's license. This will help get the student on their way to obtaining their commercial pilot license. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, or if you know someone that would be, please contact Ocala Aviation Services, 861-7484.
The following message is brought to you by the Florida Division of Emergency Management, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
This hurricane season, the most important thing you can do for your family and your business is to develop a hurricane preparedness plan. Florida's Division of Emergency Management's website, floridadisaster.org, now has a planning tool that will help you come up with your plan. All it takes is a few minutes to get a plan to better protect your family and your business when a hurricane threatens. Get a plan. Get yours at floridadisaster.org.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Yes, George. George, you're all wet.
I went to Devon Self-Storage and put back my fishing gear.
Okay. You know Devon Self-Storage is open early and you had all day to bring your fishing gear back. And they're right across from Hobby Lobby.
I know. I have my own code to get into Devon Self-Storage. And their phone number, too, is 873-0777.
So why did you wait till it started raining?
I didn't. I slipped getting the boat out of the water.
Boat?
Bye!
George?
Now is the time to take advantage of Florida Credit Union's CD specials. Our 36-month CD comes in at 1.26% APY. A 24-month is working for you at 1.0% APY. And our 12-month at 0.75% APY. All CD rate specials require $10,000 minimum. With friendly service and rates like these, it's not hard to see why Florida Credit Union has your CD options covered. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Call 352-237-8222 for more information.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
WOCA, Ocala.
Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
Attention taxpayers, if you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, it's a fact that they have the power to take everything you own, including your home, business, and even your freedom. If you've received a letter from the IRS, don't ignore it. Your problem will only continue to get worse. Here's the good news. The IRS has recently released new programs geared at helping struggling taxpayers, where you may now qualify to settle your tax debt and wipe out up to 85% or more of what you currently owe, including penalties and interest. Or you may qualify for other special programs. If you're being audited, have years of unfiled tax returns, have a federal tax lien, or worse yet, are being issued a wage garnishment or bank levy, listen carefully. Authority Tax Services expert staff of ex-IRS agents, attorneys, and CPAs can immediately protect you from IRS and state collectors and get you the best possible tax settlement guaranteed. Call 800-645-1792. That's 800-645-1792. 800-645-1792.
Welcome back to the Mike Huckabee Show. It is Thanksgiving Eve in America. Travel along the East Coast, disastrous today. I do hope if you are driving, you will be extra careful, because I know there's a lot of just treacherous road conditions. And flying is a disaster if you're going east because of all the flight cancellations along the East Coast, which means the entire air schedule gets disrupted. There are a few things in life I know something about, and let me tell you something I know a little bit about: air travel. And when one of the major hubs, be it New York, Atlanta, Chicago, L.A., Dallas, Houston, particularly those, to a lesser degree, Philadelphia, Charlotte, and some others, Miami, when those hubs get affected and they have significant cancellations, it doesn't matter where the heck you're flying. There is a real good chance you're going to have some problems. So I hope you can be patient. I hope you will be polite to the airline people who try to help you. And remember, I told you this yesterday. Trust me on this. Never, ever, ever scream and yell at that person at the desk who's trying to rebook your ticket, because if you do, you are never, ever going to get a seat. You might as well just go ahead and do your screaming, and then go get a bus ticket or rent a car, because you ain't flying anywhere, Jack. I'm telling you now. Be polite. Go buy her a chocolate bar. Take it up. Tell her, look, I know you're having a tough day. Everybody's screaming at you, not me. I appreciate what you're trying to do. Thanks for helping me. If you can help me, I would really, really appreciate it. That will get you further, and you're more likely to get a seat. Don't have to tell anybody I told you that. I'm just offering you a little Thanksgiving travel assistance here. Well, we want to find out what's on your mind today. It is the day before Thanksgiving. So let's go to the phones, 855-840-4825. Bob is on the line from Mobile, Alabama. Bob, welcome to the Mike Huckabee Show.
Thank you. Wanted to let you know I'm a big fan. I voted for you in the primaries, and disappointed you didn't get it. But big fan, and wanted to talk a little bit. You know, that first time around, I did want reform on healthcare, and I ended up being bought and voted for Obama the first time around. Second time around, you know, I realized that it was all just a power grab, and I think that although we needed healthcare reform, it wasn't thought out. He had the votes, and he just went for it as quickly as he could without really having a plan. I voted Republican the second time around, hoping that it could get fixed, but obviously that didn't work out. But do you think in the long run that all of this will work itself out? Because healthcare was, you know, not in the best of shape before Obama. Do you think that in the end, after all this is figured out, that we'll actually come away with a better healthcare for America?
Bob, I sure hope so. And like you, I know that we need to make major changes in the entire healthcare world. There are people who can't get healthcare coverage, and they desperately need it, particularly those who have long-term chronic diseases, children with developmental disabilities. And, you know, we have people who have serious diseases like cancer and heart disease that are long-term. And one of the things that I've been most disappointed in is that the president had an incredible opportunity. I mean, he had all the goodwill in the world when he first was elected in 2008, when he went in 2009, And if he had sat down with people from around the whole spectrum, including Republicans, and not just visited with the special interest groups that were willing to sign on to exactly what he wanted, but if he had been willing to negotiate, compromise, to put something together that would not have been perfect, that would have not have been what anybody wanted in terms of everything they wanted, but would have addressed the most serious needs first, I would have celebrated President Obama as one of the most successful presidents in America, and he had that opportunity. Instead, he pushed back against any ideas that were not those coming from his own team. He absolutely rebuffed any Republican input, shoved them out of the room, publicly upbraided them, demonized them. Well, that alienated any hope of getting their participation. And then he went and made special deals with special interest groups, some of which ended up conflicting with each other. For example, he made for all this talk about how he was not going to be beholden to the special interest, he went and made a deal with a big pharmacy company so that he can continue to charge extraordinarily high prices for their drugs. What they got in return was some protection from their patent permits over a longer period of time. They also got special treatment as it comes to the branded drugs versus generics. And why did that happen? Because they made a deal with him. And he made a deal with the AMA, which was ironic because only about 13% of the American doctors even belong to the AMA, but it made it appear as if, doctors are for Obamacare. But they're not. You show me a doctor in private practice that likes Obamacare, and I'll show you the rare exception. I'll show you some doctors that work for a hospital, or maybe are VA doctors, are government doctors, or they are salaried doctors at teaching institutions that like it, because they're not going to be affected by it. They're on salary. But if you have a doctor who's in private practice who also has to deal with the business side of medicine, I've personally talked to over almost 190 doctors, and not one of them support Obamacare. I'm still optimistic that if we can get control of the Senate and then win the White House in 2016, I'm still hopeful and optimistic that we will reverse this disaster called Obamacare and make the real reforms that we need. All right, let's go to Bill, Rome, Georgia. Hi, Bill.
Hi, Governor. Blessed Thanksgiving to you and your family.
And to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. The reason I'm calling is I was excited, very excited when Romney and Ryan ran what I thought was going to be a winning campaign. And I was absolutely devastated when they lost. And I guess what I'm saying now, with the way things are turning what seems to be in a conservative favor with the failure of Obamacare and all this other mess that's going on out there, the scandals, the failure of Obamacare, and the list goes on and on to me, it seems again that I should be excited. What I'm asking you is tell me what's going to be so different this time when I thought we had it the last time.
Bill, I hope I can give you good news, and here's what it depends upon. If the Republicans are serious about winning an election rather than shredding each other, they will win the Senate in 2014 and the White House in 2016. If some of these outside, special-moneyed, independent groups like Club for Growth and Heritage Action and Freedom Works continue to spend millions of dollars ripping Republicans who are already in office or ones they don't like, not helping the candidates they do like, that's fine. I got no problem with that. But if they continue to spend the millions of dollars in attack ads against other Republicans, they're going to screw the whole thing up. And so I hope that a lot of us will continue to put the pressure on these groups and tell them, spend your money working against the Democrats and liberals, but shredding Republicans. More of your calls at 855-840-4825 when we return. This is the Mike Huckabee Show.
I don't know about you, but I don't like taking pills for minor muscle pain, and I really don't care for those patches. But I found something that really works. Australian Dream Arthritis Pain Relief Cream. It's a great product. It doesn't smell, doesn't burn, it's not greasy, and the best thing, it really works. Australian Dream's got an empty jar guarantee. That means you can use the whole jar, and if you're not happy, get your money back. But I'm pretty sure you're not going to send it back, because the stuff works. Get Australian Dream at Walgreens, CVS, or Walmart.
I'm David Hall, founder of Diamond Gusset, where we are proud of our 100% grown and sewn American-made jeans. Whether you're out for dinner, working on the farm, or on the road, Diamond Gusset Jeans offers a full spectrum of style and sizes for any occasion. Our loyal customers enable us to continue sponsoring Liberty Media outlets. Use promo code LIBERTY to receive a 15% discount at diamondliberty.com. In Liberty, David Hall, Diamond.
Evident News, I'm Alan McBride. It goes without saying that you should check with your airline before heading to the airport today. Bad weather has delayed dozens of flights to and from Tampa International Airport, for example. Emily Nips of TIA says give yourself an hour and a half between check-in and boarding to get through security.
The new thing that we have this year is people are being picked for pre-screening, and you can also apply for pre-screening under certain guidelines. They're just starting to roll that out in TSA. So you'll start to see some people going into different lines where they don't have to take their jackets off or their shoes off. And it's actually creating a little bit more confusion right now.
Pretty much what's going on with every airport in the Sunshine State. Today is considered the busiest travel day of the year, followed by Sunday when many holiday travelers are returning. Record-breaking cold is in the cards for the state's northern areas this Thanksgiving holiday. That from Joe Sobel, Florida Weather Center.
The real cold part of the state will be the north, of course. We're looking at potentially record low temperatures from Pensacola to Jacksonville, and those record lows are in the middle and upper 20s. And we are looking at temperatures to get into the middle and upper 20s during the morning hours for Thanksgiving Day.
But nobody's getting off the hook entirely. Blustery conditions today are rolling down the Sunshine State ahead of the colder conditions. Get the heavy gear out and be ready for the big chill down, because no matter where you live, it's going to feel relatively cold. Baker County Sheriff's deputies say a 19-year-old shot his half-brother in the chest. Authorities are still investigating the incident, but they say they believe it was accidental. The younger boy was taken to a hospital. His condition is serious. Sheriff spokesman Gerald Gonzalez says investigators will likely bring charges against the teenager because he has previous felony convictions. He was arrested on several charges, which include possession of a firearm by a felon. With news on the Florida News Network, I'm Alan McBride.
If only Jason would have stopped before turning. But he didn't. Actually, he didn't even slow down or look. If he had, he would have seen the woman in the crosswalk. 1 in every 4 traffic fatalities involves a pedestrian, so please stop before turning right on red and always yield for pedestrians. Safety doesn't happen by accident. Alert today, alive tomorrow. A message from the Florida Department of Transportation.
Whoa, what a whopper. Where's my net? Whoa! Help! Help!
They say your life flashes before your eyes, right before you die.
It's a girl.
Life jackets save lives. Visit weareitflorida.com for more.
What's better than 12 days of Christmas? 12 days of presents, that's what. So that's exactly what we're going to give you. Tune in every day between now and December 2nd for your chance to call in and get your name in the Christmas Bowl. Then on December 2nd, we'll draw a name on air during Fun with Joe at 11:45. The lucky listener will have 12 minutes to call in and claim that prize. If not, it rolls over to the next day and some other lucky listener can win your prizes. We're doing it for 12 days, so you could win it all. Prizes like a wine basket from Island Grove Winery or Skagen watches from Art Meadows Jewelers. Who wouldn't love $150 off your power bill from the City of Ocala Utility Services? Or how about a $600 Reactor men's watch from Gem Galleria? Or maybe a large camellia or beautiful dogwood tree delivered and installed from Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. Remember, listen for your chance to get your name in the Christmas Bowl, then listen every day at 11:45 when your name could be called. Call us back within 12 minutes and it's yours, but miss it and it's coal in your stockings. So tune in, call in, and win on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
5.
Welcome back to the Mike Huckabee Show. It is the day before Thanksgiving, and I hope yours is going well so far. It's time to get that bird thawed out. I mean, if you wait until in the morning, I hope your guests are ready for Saturday Thanksgiving dinner, because you're not going to get it thawed out in time. And do not, under any circumstances, take a blowtorch to the turkey to try to thaw it out. It's just not smart. Burn your house down. 855-840-4825. We're going to get to your calls, but both Jay Leno and David Letterman weighing in on Thanksgiving. I thought you might like to think or hear what they have to say about Thanksgiving.
In 1941, Congress ruled that the fourth Thursday in November would officially be observed as Thanksgiving Day, thus making the last time Congress accomplished anything. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Yes, amazing. First, yes.
What I like about Thanksgiving, we had a lot of tips from celebrities about how to cook the Thanksgiving turkey. For example, Speaker of the House John Boehner, when they prepare the turkey at his house, they know it's done when it's the same color as his face.
That's
I
right.
think we have is it right there? Yes, it's perfect. Okay.
Well, that's their Thanksgiving wishes. All right, I want to get back to the phones, and we're going to pick up with Nick, who's in South Bend, Indiana, home of the Fighting Irish. Hello, Nick. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Actually, I have laryngitis. You have to pardon my throat.
I should give you some of my home remedies. I battle with it regularly.
Sounds good. Well, I'm calling because I am a physician, have been one for years. There's no doubt the health system was broken, which caused all this. No doubt Obamacare is a disaster in many ways, but I've not heard a single thing from Republicans as alternative. So they end up looking negative, but there's lots of good alternatives out there.
Well, there have been quite a few Republican alternatives. Obviously, the press isn't airing much of it. I did a full hour on my television show where I did nothing but go through the specifics of things that I felt like could really improve the delivery of health care. So I know that, sometimes the problem is not that there's not a plan. For example, Tom Price, who is also a physician, he's a member of Congress from Georgia, great guy. He has a very thorough, detailed plan. Some of the things that I think we ought to be looking at, first of all, is that we don't have, and I've said this over and over, we don't have a health care crisis in America. We have a health crisis. When between 75 and 80% of every dollar of health care spent in America is spent to deal with chronic disease that could have been prevented or cured or at least managed, then we really need to be attacking the issues of chronic disease rather than just saying we have a health care crisis. We have the best health care delivery system in the world. I mean, our health care is terrific. It's why people from all over the world come here to get their health care, especially for the most advanced type of treatments for certain diseases. But the real issue is that we disproportionately spend, and we spend on intervention rather than prevention. And most all of the system, from the way physicians and nurses are trained, to the way hospitals are reimbursed, to the way that doctors are reimbursed, to the way that even treatment is administered, is largely intervention. It's not prevention, and primarily it's because the government has set policies that pay people to intervene. They do not pay people to prevent. There is no incentive in the current healthcare delivery system. This is not the fault of the medical system. It's the fault of the main person who pays, which would, by the way, be the government. And government could set a new example. It's not that we would stop paying for the intervention, but that we would also start including the ways to prevent these diseases from becoming chronic diseases and becoming overwhelmingly costly. And that's too big of an overview. And gosh, if I had all 3 hours to devote, I would love, and you know what, I just may do it over the course of the next week or two, is to go through a lot of specifics, because I always get frustrated when, especially Democrats in Washington, will say, well, the Republicans haven't offered any ideas. Oh, yes, we have, and we've got a lot. They may not be perfect. That's why I say we should be willing to sit down with the Democrats and say, give us your best ideas. Let's take ours. Let's have an honest, intellectually thoughtful discussion about what those ideas are and how do they affect that 45-year-old woman or that 80-year-old man sitting at home. Which one helps him the most? And let's figure it out from there. That's what we ought to be doing. 855-840-4825 is our telephone number. We're taking your calls today. The president has gone to Hollywood, and he's out there raising money. In the meanwhile, while he's there, it seems like the main focus of his attention is to focus on beating up on the Republicans. I really thought maybe he would sort of develop just a tiny bit of humility over the disastrous rollout of Obamacare, but boy, I guess it is just not within him to do it. And so I want you to hear when he blames the GOP for the failure of Obamacare, which is utterly ridiculous since they didn't have anything to do with it. There's not one Republican fingerprint on Obamacare. Democrats developed it. They negotiated for it. They ran right over the Republicans to get it. They didn't get any Republican support because the Republicans didn't think it was going to work. And now when it doesn't, somehow it's their fault? This is the president yesterday out trying to say that it's the Republicans' fault and they should act with some sense.
You would think sometimes, listening to folks in Washington, that we haven't made any progress on that front. We wound down 2 wars. We changed the tax code that was too skewed towards the wealthiest Americans at the expense of the middle class. You add it all up, we've cut our deficits by more than half, and they continue to go down faster than any time since World War II. And we'd be a lot further along without some of the dysfunction and obstruction we've seen in Washington. We'd be a lot further along if we could just get folks to act with some sense. If we didn't have one wing of one party that was a little less obsessed with repealing health care for 40 million people, more concerned with making sure the law works. If they hadn't spent 40 votes trying to repeal the Affordable Care Act, they might have actually taken some votes on rebuilding our infrastructure. Instead of rooting for failure or refighting old battles.
Well, there's so much wrong with that. It's hard to know where to start. But first of all, just on the facts alone, he talks about how we cut the deficits in half. That is a phony claim in that we have more than doubled the debt. And the only deficits that have been cut are in a period where he has decided to pick out the specific months to say, well, they were this in terms of deficit spending, now they're this. Do you know why they're down? Because of the sequester. The sequester that he originally proposed and then hated it and begged not to get it, but he got it because the Republicans said, no, we'll have a sequester, we'll cut spending. We did cut spending, and guess what? Deficits went down because we cut spending. But we haven't dealt with the debt crisis. It continues to go up, and Barack Obama has raised more debt in his almost 5 years than George Bush did in his 8, and that every other president before them did from that point up until Bush. So is acting like he's some kind of fiscal manager is ridiculous. He talks about how one wing of one party is obsessed with repealing health care for 40 million. They're not obsessed with repealing health care for 40 million. First of all, Mr. President, the numbers you used to give are 30, now it's 40. There are going to be more people canceled with insurance than get insurance. Obamacare is a failure. Let's just accept it. People are getting canceled. My own son, who works and lives in California, my oldest son, I've got 2, the oldest one. Health insurance canceled. Why? Obamacare. Had his hours cut. Why? Obamacare. His employer is cutting his hours and eliminating his insurance because they can't afford it under the mandates of Obamacare. Now, this is not something that is abstract to me. I mean, it's hitting people in my own family. But this idea that the Republicans want to keep health care away from 40 million people, that's stupid. I mean, look, you can say they don't like the way we're going about it. Fine. But to say that Republicans want to make sure that some people are sick, that they breathe dirty air, they drink dirty water, they live in squalor, I mean, that defies common sense. It defies decency. And I don't know why the press doesn't call him out and say, Mr. President, you know, you may not like Republican policies, and you may even think that they're hurtful, and you may even think they have unintended consequences, but to think that the Republicans intentionally want to take food from starving people, take the blanket off a cold person sleeping on the street is really a stretch. I personally resent it because as a Republican, I care very much about people who are poor and who are hungry and who are sick, and have spent a good deal of my own life, both in and out of government, trying to address those issues. And I don't appreciate it when someone says that I don't care. Because a person who says that, they don't know, because they don't know me. Dave is in Rochester, Minnesota. Dave, welcome to the Mike Huckabee Show.
Morning, Mike.
Hello,
it's
Dave.
a pleasure to talk with you. And I just had a little play on words here. You talked earlier about the force being with us instead of that you're calling the farce.
Yep.
And I think people are catching on to Obamacare because they're starting to see it as Obama snare.
That's a good one. I like that. Obama snare. Because once caught up in it, it's hard to get out of it. Dave, that's good. I appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving, Dave. Let's go to Eric, Robertsdale, Alabama. Welcome, Eric.
Hello, Mike. I just wanted to call and rant a little bit about the Obamacare and how it affects individuals. My premiums went from $600 a month to Blue Cross of Alabama at $680. If I go with the government program, it's going to be $1,050 a month. The Blue Cross policy that I've been given went from $1,500 in total copays to over $6,000 in total copays. I have a child with a chronic illness. I will definitely pay every bit of those copays. So if you go in and look at what I was paying previously and what I'm paying right now, it well over doubled.
That is that's horrible, Eric. And it sounds like you're going to have significant medical expenses because of the situation with your child, so you're probably going to end up eating all of those copays and deductibles, the out-of-pocket money that people have to pay before their insurance kicks in. So that's a big pay cut for you.
Absolutely, and we've been left with no choice on this because you can't go to your old policy. The old policies have been canceled.
Yeah. And that's the story I hear from so many people. Now, Eric, is there any way you would qualify for a subsidy or probably not?
The only way that I could possibly qualify for any of the subsidies is if I drop the Blue Cross of Alabama and go through the marketplace and pay a higher deductible, higher copay. The way it comes out, I'm still going to be worse off if I went through there and collected the little small amount that I could get on the tax credits. And it is not a subsidy; it would only be on a tax credit. I'm very borderline on even qualifying for that.
Either way, you lose thousands of dollars in your personal disposable income.
Absolutely, and I'm seeing that throughout the entire area here. You're listening to people who are telling you that they're having to pay $300, $400, $500 more per month in insurance, and they are delaying purchases that they would have been making. So it's going to kill our economy.
Absolutely. Rippling effect through it all. Eric, I'm sorry to hear that. It is a tragic story, too often repeated. I hope in the midst of it you can at least have a decent Thanksgiving tomorrow and appreciate your call. 855-840-4825. We'll take a break. When we come back, we get more of your calls. This is The Mike Huckabee Show.
The Mike Huckabee Show.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
So I knew it was important to have life insurance to protect our family, but I was putting it off. But then yesterday, a girlfriend of mine asked me, point blank, what would happen if you lost your husband? How would you pay the bills? The mortgage? The car payments? Food? And that's when it really hit me, and I realized I needed to get us life insurance right now. So I called AIG Direct, and in less than 5 minutes, I had a quote. I was shocked at how affordable it is. Just $18 a month for $250,000 of term life coverage. I feel so much better knowing the kids and I are protected. And my husband was so happy I got the quote.
Save up to 70% when you get term life insurance through AIG Direct. Call now for a free, no-obligation quote. It only takes 5 minutes, and you could save up to 70%. Call now, 1-800-463-7479. That's 1-800-463-7479. 1-800-463-7479.
Look who just walked in the room. Joel Wiesner from What's Up Ocala. Hey, Joel, I'm looking for something to do this weekend. You got any ideas?
Absolutely. Check out our event calendar online at www.whatsupocala.com, and there is plenty of events there for you. Daily news updates to event reviews and magazine articles.
Really?
We've organized it all in one place online for you to cut through all of the hassle of finding something to do this weekend. We have a daily event calendar, a bi-monthly magazine, and we also do daily news articles.
All right, Joel, that's perfect. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Whatsupocala.com.
On the next Voice of Ocala, amusement park expert Peter Tribuca drops by the show. He's going to talk about the amusement parks and how they can enter into your holiday plans. Plus, City Councilman John McLeod from the City of Ocala to bring us up to date on Project Home Run and all that's going on with the Ocala Yankees. Plus, its Buddy Sports page will have the latest on all the world of sports, getting you ready for Florida State. All that and more on the next Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're streaming live at WOCA.com, The Source.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Women are attracted to men who make them laugh, but men prefer women who appreciate their humor and laugh at their jokes. The best way to get a good night's sleep is naturally by changing our behavior. Go to bed at the same time every night. Avoid artificial light from screens and try relaxation techniques like yoga to quiet your mind. Did you know that the foods you eat can cause premature aging and make you look old before your time?
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Howdy folks, RL here. I want to tell you about the best $5 bargain anywhere. For a limited time, Dairy Queen at Silver Springs is offering a sandwich or chicken strips, fries, a medium drink, and a sundae for only $5 till 4 p.m. And new on the menu is the Orange Julius line of real fruit smoothies, including protein smoothies. Our fresh-made garden salads go great with a fruit smoothie. Dairy Queen, Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
This is a public notice. Local residents can now save thousands of dollars on their next car, truck, or SUV. It's not a tent sale, because no tent is big enough to hold this many cars. It's OcalaForSale.com. Say goodbye to sticker shock. OcalaForSale.com has thousands of vehicles with no stickers at all. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, less proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Hi, I'm Tom Ingram, CEO of Gateway Bank, inviting you to drop by our main office on Silver Springs Boulevard every Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. for the Community Gazette, a 3-hour show focusing on our favorite community to live and work, Ocala, Marion County. Come join us with the voice of Ocala, Buddy Martin, in the new old-fashioned bank radio studio as we discuss a variety of interesting topics on the Community Gazette on WOCA, The Source.
If you are considering putting hardwood, bamboo, or laminate floors in your home, there's only one thing you need: a free Lumber Liquidators catalog. Lumber Liquidators has unbeatable prices and the best selection of high-quality flooring anywhere. Call 800-716-1071 for your free catalog. It's filled with great tips, ideas, and deals on hardwood, bamboo, and laminate floors. We buy directly from the mills, so you get the best quality at incredibly low prices. The Hardwood Floor Hotline is open 24/7 at 800-716-1071 to request your free catalog and see for yourself how we can help you get that gorgeous new floor you've been dreaming of. Hardwood floors add beauty and value to your home. So call 800-716-1071 today and we'll rush you your free catalog. Get the hardwood floor you've always wanted for prices you never thought possible, but you must call now. Call 800-716-1071. That's 800-716-1071. Again, 800-716-1071.
Well, does anybody really know what time it is? That's the musical question posed by one of my favorite bands of all time, Chicago. I know what time it is. It's time to talk about Thanksgiving, Obamacare, the president's blaming the Republicans for the failure of Obamacare, even when they didn't have anything to do with it. That's what it's time for. It's time to go to the phones and find out what you're thinking. 855-840-4825. Mike is on the line from Blue Springs, Missouri. Mike, welcome.
Good morning, Governor. How are you?
I'm doing very well, sir.
Governor, I somewhat disagree with you in regards to, I agree with you that we shouldn't tear down other Republican, so-called conservative candidates, elected representatives, what have you. Mm-hmm. But by the same token, I think what you're seeing and what we've been seeing, and that's the reason the Tea Party actually came to be, is that we need to start holding a lot of these individuals responsible for their actions. A lot of them have not done what they were sent to, elected to do, and we need to we need to hold them accountable. And, like McCain, I think there's been a lot more Republican conservative candidates that have, gone at other Republican candidates like McCain and Lindsey Graham, going after, others, they're people that they serve with.
Well, I don't disagree that we've got some Republicans that frankly aren't as strong as I wish they'd be, particularly on some issues. Here's where I would say I think we got to be careful. It's one thing to put up a candidate who opposes an incumbent, which I'm fine with that. Heck, I've opposed incumbents, and I've always had opposition when I was an incumbent, so I get it. Primaries are for that purpose. I don't mind a contrast, saying, look, my opponent, he believes there are exceptions to abortion. I don't. Or he believes that we should raise taxes by 6%. I don't think we should raise them. I mean, I think that's fine. Here's what I have a problem with, is when these groups go out and they don't just bring the differences between the candidates or try to illuminate what they like about their guy and how conservative he is or how much more of a leader he is. It's when they just spend all their time shredding the integrity, the character, and frankly misrepresenting a person's record. For example, to say, let me pick out, Mitch McConnell is running for the Senate in Kentucky. And there's some people saying, well, I'm not going to vote for him because he didn't get rid of Obamacare. Well, guess what? He can't. He's the minority leader, not the majority leader. And even if he were the majority leader, he can't personally get rid of it. And I've heard people say that they're going to vote against him in Kentucky because of that. And I'm thinking, well, if there's something specific, but he is pro-life. He's had a consistent voting record there. He's got a very consistent pro-Second Amendment record. I'm just going through the things. My point is, I don't judge people for what they can't do. I don't judge them out of the context of what they have to govern in. But if they go out and say, I believe we ought to have a carbon tax, hey, you know what? You're vulnerable on that because you're going to make everybody's costs go up. So I just think, Mike, we got to be very careful. But I do hear what you're saying, and I think you're on target. You sound like an extraordinarily reasonable person who gets it right, that it's about supporting positively your candidate, even pointing out the differences, which I'm fine with, as long as they are accurate and fairly represent the differences between the two Republicans. But when it gets down into, for example, things that were said about me that were ridiculous, like Mike Huckabee is a big government liberal. Well, that's stupid. Or that, I enjoyed letting people out of prison. That's absurd. Things like that, I think it destroys the integrity of our political system. Thanks for joining us this hour. You are listening to The Mike Huckabee Show.
To talk about the president's children or any public office's children who...
This is The Mike Huckabee Show on the Q.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Life jackets save lives. Where at Florida? We'll have clouds and a shower or two through the morning hours, then partly sunny, windy, and quite cool this afternoon with temperatures ending up in the 60s to lower 70s across the area. Clear, much colder tonight, lows ranging from 36 inland to 46 on the coast. Thanksgiving Day, breezy and cool with clouds and sun. There may be a shower in spots along the coast. Highs tomorrow only in the 60s. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Phoenix Promotional Solutions, your company supplier of banners, digital decals, yard signs, and magnetic signs. Where you give them approved artwork by noon, the next day by 4 p.m., you pick up your banners, digital decals, yard signs, and magnetic signs. Phoenix Promotional Solutions, 368-2404. That's 368-2404. Don't forget, they do vehicle wraps also. Phoenix Promotional Solutions, 368-2404.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Fredericks Appliance. They sell not only new, but used guaranteed appliances. When you call ABC Fredericks Appliance, they will provide service on what they sell and any appliances that you own. ABC Fredericks Appliance is located in Bellevue, right over the railroad tracks. Call 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. ABC Fredericks Appliance.
WOCA,
You're listening to WOCA News Talk 1370, Ocala's source for what's happening in today's hottest, up-to-date news and topics.
ABC News Now, I'm Daria Albinger. Are you flying somewhere today? It might take you a little longer to get there than you expect. A major winter storm has caused a lot of delays across the Northeast. The worst of them are into and out of Philadelphia. Cancellations, however, haven't been much of a problem so far. Only a couple hundred reported. Turkey tomorrow, potato latkes tonight. Hanukkah, the Jewish festival of lights, begins at sundown. It's the first time the holidays have coincided, and it's the last time they will for a few thousand years. Well, it isn't perfect, but it is improving daily. That's what Health and Human Services Secretary Kathleen Sebelius says about the government's website to shop for and sign up for health insurance. She's promising a significantly different user experience, those are her words, by the end of the month. So your kid has been bugging you about a cell phone for Christmas or Hanukkah. This one won't break your bank account. Motorola has put its Moto G phone on sale about a month ahead of schedule, anticipating a lot of demand for the holidays. It goes for $179 without a contract, compared to about $600 or more for other phones. ABC News.
I have a 70-pound Royal Standard Poodle. Her name is Zelia. And 3 years ago, Zelia's ears were a mess. She would have sticky, gooey, smelly discharge in her ears. We took Zelia to the vet 7 times, of $150 every time. The vet offered no success at all. My wife and I are driving, and we hear some people on the radio saying DINOVITE.
859-428-1000. The omega-3 fatty acids.
Flaxseed, zinc, alfalfa.
The digestive enzymes that are cooked out of regular dog food.
6 days after I started feeding her Dinovite, my dog's ear problems were cured. My dog no longer yelps. She can be petted without pain, and it's because Dinovite made our dog healthy again.
859-428-1000.
859-428-1000.
DINOVITE.
So what did you do with your weekend? Me? I was flying, because I'm taking flying lessons from Ocala Aviation. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, hey, I'd like to give that a shot, but I'm not quite sure. Well, I've got the solution. It's called the Discovery Flight, and that's exactly what it is. It helps you discover the wonder of flying, and if it's for you. It's only $99, and it gives you the chance to learn a bit more about the airplane and then actually go for a ride with a flight instructor and take control of the airplane. That's how I got started, and now I'm on my way to being a pilot. I know, scary thought, right? But the demand for qualified pilots is stronger than ever. And with the help of Ocala Aviation, you could make a career change and learn to be a commercial pilot. But it all starts with a Discovery Flight. So stop by the flight school, conveniently located at the Ocala Airport. Visit the website at ocalaaviation.com or call 861-7484. That's 861-7484. Ocala Aviation. Your adventure starts here.
Hi, Carl Champley here. Join me every Saturday afternoon for DIY Live, your complete guide to getting that DIY project started and finished the right way.
And when you need the right product for that do-it-yourself project, visit the DIY Home Center outlet right here in Ocala, just 2 miles east of I-75 on Northwest 10th Street. From carpet to doors to real wood cabinets, visit the DIY Home Center outlet today and tune in to DIY Live.
That's DIY Live Saturdays right here on WOCA, The Source.
Seth McBride here with Pasture Sports, inviting you to come down and check out our month-long Big Holiday Sale. You'll find huge discounts on our school spirit racks for local high schools, discounts on football equipment, baseball equipment, volleyball, and lots more. Check out our huge selection of Under Armour at huge discounted prices. Don't miss your chance to save this holiday season. Get the gear your kids want from Pasture Sports. Also, don't forget those customized items for this holiday season. Sale starts November 20th and ends December 20th. Pasture Sports, your local team dealer.
Hey, it's Christy with Ocala Mac and PC Repair and Ocala Guest Wi-Fi to let you know we have you covered. We are the only local certified Apple and Microsoft computer company in Ocala. We are family owned and operated. From mobile repair to wireless networks, viruses, new systems, or security cameras, we do it all. Check us out online, ocalamacpc.com, or give us a call, 352-566-8324.
Tell them Nick, Madison, or Mason sent you and get free diagnostic.
Get your internet telephone service from the company that brought affordable internet service to Ocala in the first place. All is Safe is a sister company of Ocala Guest Wi-Fi, a company you've known and trusted for all your internet needs. Whether you need a phone or hundreds, we've got the products and services to meet your needs both now and in the future. Our plans include everything from local and long-distance calling to equipment maintenance and even software upgrades. You can count on All is Safe to give you cost certainty knowing that your bill will be the same next week, next month, or even next year. Call 352-450-8647 today to learn how to cut your monthly telephone bill up to 60%.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
The following message is brought to you by the Florida Division of Emergency Management, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
This hurricane season, the most important thing you can do for your family and your business is to develop a hurricane preparedness plan. Florida's Division of Emergency Management's website, floridadisaster.org, now has a planning tool that will help you come up with your plan. All it takes is a few minutes to get a plan to better protect your family and your business when a hurricane threatens. Get a plan. Get yours at floridadisaster.org.
You're listening to WOCA, Ocala.
More conversation, less confrontation. It's the Mike Huckabee Show, live from Little Rock, Arkansas. Ladies and gentlemen, Governor Mike Huckabee.
It is the day before Thanksgiving, and I am in Little Rock, Arkansas today. And you know who I have in my arms? It is my little grandson, Chandler, 2.5 years old. He came by to see me. And Chandler, can you tell everybody hello? Can you say hi, everybody?
Hi, everybody.
Say Happy Thanksgiving.
Sing.
Can you say Happy Thanksgiving?
Sing.
Can you say hi, Papa?
Hi, Papa.
And you can say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I'm in Little Rock, and that's a good reason. Frankly, I don't care if the turkey's any good or not. He doesn't want to leave, does he? Aww. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, what a shame. I'd like to keep him around. I think he might do a better job, hosting the show. I could just, take a break and leave him in the control room. However, considering he's 2.5 years old and he loves to play with buttons, I fear that he could wreak havoc if left alone, so I will not do that. Anyway, pop by to say hello, and of course that made my day. And if you're a grandparent, you get it. If you're not, well, get over it. And one day, hopefully, you will be. It is the greatest experience in the world. Hey, I'm hoping you're having a great pre-Thanksgiving. This is the day that a lot of the preparations have to start, the thawing of the turkey, getting everything ready. I will be deep frying 2 turkeys tomorrow. And if you've never done that, I'm just telling you, there's a lot of different ways to ruin a Thanksgiving, baking one dry and all that stuff. You don't go wrong when you deep fry a turkey and do it right. Best tasting ever. We're going to take calls this hour, 855-840-4825. We've got a lot going on. Charmaine Yost will be with us later in the hour. I do want to share with you a rather significant announcement. And just this morning, news was officially released that this radio show, which I have thoroughly enjoyed doing for the past almost 2 years, well, it would be 2 years in April, will be coming to a close in December. And around December the 12th will be my last day here on the air on the Mike Huckabee Show. We were at a point in the contract that I have with Cumulus where it was sort of a crossroads. And, mutual agreement decided that maybe it's time to go separate ways. not because I didn't love doing the show, because I did. But, there were just some things going on in terms of some unmet expectations that I feel like that, given the time that I've got to devote, sometimes 8-9 hours a day, that it is keeping me from doing some other projects and pursuing some endeavors that I am going to be pursuing in the future. That's all I can say about that. But in radio terms, I would say as far as those are concerned, stay tuned. I'm not disappearing. I will continue to do the Huckabee Report, which is the commentary that I do on about 500 to 600 radio stations all over the country. That's a 3-time-a-day commentary carried on many of the stations that carry the Mike Huckabee Show. That's going to continue and hopefully continue to grow. I'll be doing some town hall meetings with Cumulus Media next year. Being an election year, we'll go to some communities. Maybe yours is one of them it will be in, and conduct some pre-election town halls. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm not disappearing. But this forum, this particular platform, will come to a conclusion sometime by the middle of December, around the end of the show, December the 12th, on that Thursday. So I wanted to let you know that. I'm so grateful. I really am. I cannot tell you how grateful I am to the affiliates. They've been terrific. Our sponsors have been wonderful. And most of all, our listeners. I mean, this is like a community. I have some callers that call in and they say, this is the first time I've ever called. I love hearing from them. Then I have some that call me regularly, and they've become like dear friends, part of the family, even the ones who disagree with me. Because one of the things that I always wanted to accomplish with a radio show is that it would be a forum where people could have adult-level, civil conversations, wouldn't be about yelling and screaming at each other, wouldn't be about a bunch of name-calling, and wouldn't be the kind of show where you had people talking over each other. We can have sharp and strong disagreements without being disagreeable, and I hope that we've been able to accomplish that. And trust me, I with all my heart, have hoped that you have enjoyed and learned and been inspired and encouraged by every broadcast. Now, please know, I'm not going away anytime soon. And in fact, if there was a model for how I want to bring the radio show to a conclusion, let me put it in the illustration of one of the greatest baseball players of all time, George Brett, who for so many years played for the Kansas City Royals. Absolute Hall of Famer, phenomenal baseball player. And George Brett was getting near retirement, and a sports writer asked him, Mr. Brett, how would you like for your last play in the major leagues to go down? Well, everyone assumed he would say, well, I want it to be bottom of the ninth inning. We're behind by 3. I come to the plate. There's 2 outs. It's a full count. I take a swing. I knock it completely out of the park. It's a grand slam home run, and we win the game. I mean, that's what I think most of us probably would dream as our last play in the majors. You know what George Brett said? When asked, how would you like for your last play in the major leagues to go down, he said, I want to hit an easy grounder to the shortstop and be thrown out at first. And they said, that's strange. Why? He said, because I'm going to be running full speed at first base, even though I know they're going to throw me out. Because I want them to say that at his last time at bat, at his last play, he gave it everything he had, no matter what. And when I heard that, I thought, man, that is a philosophy for life that every person ought to adopt. And it's why, to this day, George Brett is one of my great sports heroes, because I feel like that embodies the greatness of someone who is all about being a champion and playing not just for what he receives, but for how it reflects upon his own character. And he certainly did it. So I plan to spend these next almost 2 weeks giving it everything that I have, and I hope that you will be with me for all of these shows. We're going to have a great time. Now, if you're looking for a great time, and you're looking for an easier way to do some shopping, can I make a suggestion? Well, I'm going to anyway, so you might as well buckle up and hear it. I know you probably will be going out shopping Friday, and there's some people hard to get gifts for. This one is easy. I'm talking SodaStream, And when you get SodaStream Soda Maker, it makes a wonderful Christmas gift because for under $100, you empower people to have refreshing sodas in their home, any flavor they want. And the good thing is you control the fizz and you control the flavor. You can make any kind of variety of sparkling soft drinks. They now have even such drinks as the Ocean Spray Sparkling Cranberry Juice that is a possibility, plus every flavor of soft drink you've ever imagined. This is a great thing for holiday entertaining. You're going to have a Christmas party. You don't want to have to stock 20 different varieties of soft drinks to meet the picky needs of your guests. Don't worry about it. Get a SodaStream. When they come up and you say, what will you have? You say, well, you probably don't have what I want. Say, I bet I do. Because whatever they name, you've got it with SodaStream. And all you got to do is fill a bottle with cold water, push a button, carbonate the water, make it as fizzy as you like, then add your choice of flavor. That's all you do. That's it. And if you're like me and you're still trying to figure out that gift, figure no more. Get the SodaStream Soda Maker. It is available at Bed Bath & Beyond, Walmart, Target, Costco, all of your favorite retailers. Check out SodaStream.com and find a store near you. SodaStream, it's better bubbles made by you. 855-840-4825 is our telephone number. 855-840-4825. Also, go to my website, MikeHuckabee.com. You can connect there. I have a full statement about the radio show on my Facebook page. You can read it all there and post any comment you'd like. The connection to that is at MikeHuckabee.com. So I hope you'll make contact there. Also, you heard my little grandson Chandler talk. I've got a book, Dear Chandler, Dear Scarlett, two of my oldest grandchildren. When they first came along, I wrote a series of letters to them. And the result is this, I think, a wonderful book, and somebody must have it. It became a New York Times bestseller. It is now being released in paperback. It is available now, great Christmas gift. And it's a great way to tell your children and your grandchildren stories about your life. Oh, you can tell them my stories, but the point, as you read them, what I want you to do is think about yours. Write them down, record them, and then tell them to your kids. Dear Chandler, Dear Scarlett. Also, links to how to get the book at MikeHuckabee.com. We'll be right back. This is The Mike Huckabee Show.
The Mike Huckabee Show.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Yes, George. George, you're all wet.
I went to Devon Self-Storage and put back my fishing gear.
Okay. You know Devon Self-Storage is open early and you had all day to bring your fishing gear back. And they're right across from Hobby Lobby.
I know. I have my own code to get into Devon Self-Storage. And their phone number, too, is 873-0777.
So why did you wait till it started raining?
I didn't. I slipped getting the boat out of the water.
Boat?
Bye!
George?
Now is the time to take advantage of Florida Credit Union's CD specials. Our 36-month CD comes in at 1.26% APY. A 24-month is working for you at 1.0% APY. And our 12-month at 0.75% APY. All CD rate specials require $10,000 minimum. With friendly service and rates like these, it's not hard to see why Florida Credit Union has your CD options covered. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Call 352-237-8222 for more information.
Universal Soil Solutions wants to know when the last time you took a good look at your property. Noticed any driveway cracks, stair-step cracks in your block, or even foundation cracks? It may or may not be a sinkhole, but a visual inspection by a trained professional must be performed. Experts in sinkhole remediation, cosmetics, remodeling, and even complete construction development. Universal Soil Solutions provides that inspection for free. To schedule your free property inspection, you must call now. 877-519-2777. That's 877-519-2777.
Hi, Robin. You look tired.
I am. I've been running all over town.
Why? Why not drive?
I need to get the stupid document notarized.
Oh, that's easy. You need personal service.
Duh. That's what I've been looking for.
You need to go see Mark at the Personal Service Center. He can notarize that for you, make copies, fax it wherever, or send it out in the mail. Heck, he can even scan it and email it for you.
Really? Where is he at?
2375 Northeast 25th Avenue, on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street. You can call him at 789-6683.
Personal Service Center. Thanks, Larry. You've got a garden, and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Your official news source, WOCA.
3-5. If you're a homeowner who's faithfully made your mortgage payments, you deserve thanks for doing the right thing. And I'd like to tell you about a powerful financial tool that rewards your commitment. Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans, and the tool that I'm talking about is the Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. HARP is designed to help you lower your mortgage payments. It's for homeowners who are current on their mortgage payments, but due to the housing market may have little or no equity left in their home. And even if you were unable to get a HARP loan in the past, new guidelines mean that now you may be eligible. More than 2.5 million homeowners have already taken advantage of HARP and are saving an average of $250 a month. If you're one of the millions yet to take advantage, call us today at 800-QUICKEN. To learn more, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com. That number again is 800-QUICKEN.
Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
More conversation, less confrontation with Mike Huckabee at 855-840-HUCK. That's 855-840-4825.
Well, one of the things that becomes very interesting in looking at the news regarding poll numbers, the blame Republican strategy on the part of the president, Democrats, just isn't working for congressional Democrats, not at all. Right now, they all are running from Obamacare. It is toxic to them. The dilemma was summed up by one of the Democratic pollsters, Mark Mellman. He's working for the senator from Louisiana who's in a real death spiral right now, Mary Landrieu, and said, quote, "You want to prevent your race from being about Obamacare. If you enable your race to be about Obamacare, you're making a mistake," end quote. Oh, yes, no kidding. A month ago, Democrats held a 50-42 generic ballot advantage over Republicans. Today, they are trailing Republicans by 49-47%. That's a 10-point reversal in 1 month. Do you remember what happened over the last month? Let me see what it could be. Oh, yeah, that's right, the rollout of Obamacare. In 1 month, the tide has turned. And it's turned because once Obamacare fully launched, several things happened. The website was a disaster. People couldn't get on. It's not secure. People's identity have been stolen. People are being warned by IT experts. Don't go to healthcare.gov and enroll because your information is not secure. You might as well just take all your personal information and leave it on a park bench somewhere. And then, of course, people started looking at their premiums. We had a caller last hour. I almost cried for him. My gosh, he's got a child with special chronic illness. And his policy, rather than being less expensive, remember the president said your policy will go down by $2,500 a year. His is going up several $1,000s a year. And the average, according to the Kaiser Family Foundation, the average increase of health care costs for families in insurance cost is $3,000. It was supposed to go down $2,500. It's going to go up $3,000. We were told you could keep your policy, you could keep your doctor. No, you can't, and you're not. 855-840-4825. Let's go to the phones. We got Annette on the line from Leavenworth, Kansas. Hello, Annette.
Hello, Governor. Why, I have 2 points I want to make, and I hope they're not a rehash of something you've said before. But these lawmakers of ours that have exempted themselves from all this Obamacare. I just can't help but wonder, don't they have children? Don't they have parents? Don't they have cousins and aunts and uncles that are going to be impacted by it? And surely the exemption doesn't extend to the extended family.
Oh, absolutely they do. And rest assured, they're getting an earful from their members, family members, and their friends, and the businesses back in their districts. That's why they're scared to death. That's why the Democrats are running from this thing like a scalded dog would run.
Well, just like you said, your son has gotten into his trouble with Obamacare and his job.
Absolutely, my own son. So, this is impacting families all over the country, all over the political spectrum. It is having an impact. So when it impacts one of my family members, it impacts me because I care. And, I don't know if he's going to be able to find insurance that he can afford. And so, of course, that matters. And he's way too old to be on the, the family deal where I can pay for him, up till he's 26. He's 37 years old, so that's not going to work. It's affecting a lot of people in that. It's a tragedy, and that's why I don't think any Democrat wants to go out there and try to sell the idea that, look, I voted for Obamacare, so I should be reelected. They're all trying to run from it, not toward it. Annette, I appreciate so much your call. Good to hear from you, and happy Thanksgiving. Herschel is in Memphis, Tennessee. Herschel, welcome to the Mike Huckabee Show.
Hey, Governor. Thank you for taking my call. I just wanted to make one point that I noticed, listening to sound bites that you've had before, where you had the president talking about if you can keep your health care, you can keep it, and he gets such applause when he talks about that. But he gets so much support. Can you speak on that? I'm going to speak offline.
Okay. I don't think people are applauding anybody losing their health care. I don't think they're applauding anything right now. I think they're weeping. I don't take any great pleasure in the fact that everything that I said about Obamacare, I said this stuff 4 years ago, turned out to be right. It's not that I'm sitting around congratulating myself for being a genius. It had nothing to do with being a genius. It had to do with just exercising common sense and doing the math on a plan that was destined to fail because it was going to be based on the notion that you could add a lot of people with a lot of needs and spend a lot of money on them, and somehow it was going to be less expensive, and that didn't make sense. And if you looked at the only way that any insurance plan works, you could look and see that Obamacare was destined to fail. If failure means it's going to cost less and you'll have greater health care. If success means that it's going to cost a whole lot more to go see a doctor than it ever did, and a whole lot more to have insurance, and that ultimately fewer people will have it, then it's a glaring success. So I guess maybe it depends on what our definition would be. Scott is in Eugene, Oregon. Scott, welcome to the Mike Huckabee.
Well, hi, Mike. I'm so sorry that your show's going to end. I am a Democrat. I listen to you every day, and just really enjoy listening to your perspective. I will say this. I think that what Obama has tried to do is fundamentally Christian in its motivation. I think the rollout has been disastrous. It's just bad. But the one thing I would ask you, whatever the real numbers are, 30 million uninsured or 50 million either uninsured or underinsured, mostly the working poor, I have never seen a comprehensive Republican alternative other than medical savings accounts or something like this piecemeal. So if this is going to fail, and I think we should take a long view of this and let it see if it can work, it's patterned after Massachusetts, which apparently is successful. What is your proposal? What is your option? And as a Christian, how do you really feel about people who I know who are excited that at least they can get something that won't bar them because of pre-existing, bars?
Scott, I would say talk to the people of my state, because I was the one who innovated the program called Our Kids First in Arkansas that took all those kids whose parents made too much for Medicaid but not enough to be able to buy health insurance, and we put them in a plan that was really the role model for a lot of plans that were later built in states and even at the national level with the CHIP program. One of the things that people need to realize is that if you're very poor, you're going to get really good coverage under Medicaid. In my state, the Medicaid program was like platinum. And if you're wealthy, obviously you can afford whatever you want. It is the middle class that is most likely to be uninsured or underinsured. And the problem with Obamacare, it is hitting the middle class people the hardest. That music means we're running out of time. So I will address that question in later broadcasts, but I'm telling you now that we can fix this, and it could be practical.
I don't know about you, but I don't like taking pills for minor muscle pain, and I really don't care for those patches. But I found something that really works. Australian Dream Arthritis Pain Relief Cream. It's a great product. It doesn't smell, doesn't burn, it's not greasy, and the best thing, it really works. Australian Dream's got an empty jar guarantee. That means you can use the whole jar, and if you're not happy, get your money back. But I'm pretty sure you're not going to send it back, because the stuff works. Get Australian Dream at Walgreens, CVS, or Walmart.
What if 9/11, the economic collapse, the words and actions of American leaders are actually part of an ancient mystery? A mystery so precise, it foretells actual events with exact dates. A mystery behind everything, even your bank account. What does the future hold for America and for you? Watch The Harbinger Decoded as best-selling author Jonathan Cahn uncovers and decodes the mysteries based on one of the longest-running New York Times bestsellers, The Harbinger Decoded, available.
FNN News, I'm Alan McBride. Check with your airline before you head to the airport today. You want to make sure your flight is not delayed, especially because of the bad weather up north. Emily Nips, Tampa International Airport, says also make sure you know what you can and cannot bring on board to help make things more efficient during security screenings.
It's always good for people to double check that TSA website and the guidelines for traveling to make sure you're not pulled aside for, having the wrong amount of liquids or anything like that.
The bad weather has already delayed a lot of flights across the Sunshine State today, considered the second busiest travel day of the year. In fact, 2.4 million Americans will begin their Thanksgiving travel today. If you're on the road for Thanksgiving, like so many other people, expect to see plenty of troopers from the Florida Highway Patrol as well. This is one of the busiest driving weeks of the year, and Captain Nancy Rasmussen says every officer they could find will be out on patrol.
Yes, we have the auxiliary troopers out there that are going to help us. Troopers that are assigned to the districts that work the office are going to be out on the road as well.
During the holidays, the patrol is taking part in Operation CARE, which is short for Combined Accident Reduction Effort. Rasmussen says troopers will be concentrating on impaired drivers, speeders, aggressive drivers, and the folks who don't buckle up. During last year's Thanksgiving holiday, troopers handed out 9,300 tickets, mostly for speeding, and they also provided roadside help for more than 2,300 drivers. Miami-Dade police say a 19-year-old fatally shot a 10-year-old while robbing a nail salon owned by the boy's parents. Anthon Ragan was arrested this week. Police are still searching for an accomplice. Authorities say a tip led them to Ragan, who turned 19 this week, at his sister's home. Police say Ragan and another man entered the Hong Kong nail salon Friday evening and robbed the store and customers. With news on the Florida News Network, I'm Alan McBride.
The Asian citrus psyllid is here and capable of spreading HLB, a devastating bacterial disease that threatens our citrus. Protect your citrus with Bayer Advanced Fruit, Citrus, and Vegetable Insect Control. An easy-to-use mix and pour application guards citrus trees from roots to top against the Asian citrus psyllid and other destructive citrus pests. Help stop the Asian citrus psyllid, which causes HLB. Bayer Advanced Fruit, Citrus, and Vegetable Insect Control. Better science, better results. BayerAdvanced.com. Always read and follow label directions.
Want to hear something about life jackets? Try inflatable life jackets. Life jackets save lives. Wear It, Florida. For more information, go to wearitflorida.com. A message from the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission.
Howdy folks, RL here. I want to tell you about the best $5 bargain anywhere. For a limited time, Dairy Queen at Silver Springs is offering a sandwich or chicken strips, fries, a medium drink, and a sundae for only $5 till 4 p.m. And new on the menu is the Orange Julius line of real fruit smoothies, including protein smoothies. Our fresh-made garden salads go great with a fruit smoothie. Dairy Queen, Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Hi, I'm
Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Fredericks Appliance. They sell not only new, but used guaranteed appliances. When you call ABC Fredericks Appliance, they will provide service on what they sell and any appliances that you own. ABC Fredericks Appliance is located in Bellevue, right over the railroad tracks. Call 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. ABC Fredericks Appliance.
Huckabee Now. 855-840-HUCK. That's 855-840-4825 to be heard on the Mike Huckabee Show.
Welcome back on this day before Thanksgiving, and I hope you're going to be very careful if you're on the roads driving, especially if you're anywhere along the East Coast. I was just looking a few minutes ago at a map of the weather, and to say the least, it's nasty out there. A lot of flights being canceled, so if you're going to fly somewhere, or if you think you are, I certainly would call the airline before I went to the process of getting to the airport and, hassling with the parking and all that stuff and schlepping your bag into the terminal only to find out your flight's canceled. Save the trouble. Call ahead and make sure your flight's going to make it. And I hope you get there. But if you don't, wherever you are, if you're safe, that's better than being in a dangerous place along the road. So do be careful. One little piece of good news is that the Supreme Court is going to hear another challenge to Obamacare. I think a lot of us were shocked when the last time Obamacare went to the Supreme Court, they affirmed it based on John Roberts' inexplicable decision to go ahead and say that, that fee, that penalty, it really is a tax. Nobody has ever figured out what it was, other than maybe John Roberts didn't want to somehow mess himself up with all the nice liberals that go to Georgetown cocktail parties. I don't know. Made no sense. And apparently there was a lot of behind-the-scenes angst about what he did from the other conservative justices who just can't believe that a guy that supposedly is a strict constitutional constructionist when it comes to the Supreme Court would end up voting with the most liberal wing of the Supreme Court's body. It was just bizarre, utterly bizarre. This challenge, however, is a significant one because this goes right to the heart of why people don't want to support Obamacare. This is the Hobby Lobby case and the Conestoga Wood Specialties, two private businesses who object on religious grounds of paying for abortifacient drugs and several forms of contraception because they believe that it violates their moral code. Now, the administration takes the position that, you don't get to make that choice. Well, Hobby Lobby and the other businesses say, yes, we do, because this is a matter of conscience and we have a right to practice our faith, and you can't impose a government mandate that violates our faith. The government cannot establish any type of law that tramples over a person's religious convictions. I would like to believe this has a real good chance of getting not just heard, but may cause at least that piece of Obamacare to be knocked out, which would be great news, not just for Hobby Lobby, but for the Catholic Church and many other entities as well. 855-840-4825, our number. Let's go to Charlotte in, I want to say, is this Hokenwald, Tennessee?
Hohenwald.
Okay, we'll get it that way. Happy Thanksgiving, Charlotte.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. That's really what I wanted to call to say. A very happy one to you and your family. And I don't have anything political to say, but I am so disappointed that I will not be hearing you on the radio. I cannot tell you how wonderful you are. I'm a friend on Facebook. I enjoy your statements that you put out and your postings, and I hope that you continue so that I can hear you in a lot of different forms. You say the truth, and I just, I'm a little heartbroken.
Well, how sweet of you, Charlotte. I appreciate it more than I can tell you, and I assure you I'm not going away. In addition to the Huckabee Report and what will be a very expanded Facebook presence and online presence, there are other things that will be coming along. Just stay tuned. That's what I will tell you. Stay tuned, and we will.
Huckabee for president.
Well, we'll keep that in mind too, Charlotte. I appreciate it. Bless you and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thanks for calling. Yes, indeed. Joining us now, Charmaine Yost. She is the president of Americans United for Life, and anxious to get her view on this Supreme Court decision to hear the case involving Hobby Lobby. Been our guest many times. Delighted to have her here from Americans United for Life, the premier life organization in the country. Charmaine, thanks for coming, and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, Governor. It's good to be with you. I bet you're going to have a great time celebrating with that new grandbaby.
Oh, my gosh. Last night we had all of the immediate family together, all 4 grandkids. So we got 2 toddlers and 2, lap babies, both under 3 months old. And as the 2 older ones were running around and making so much noise and just like these perpetual balls of energy, I couldn't help but think, 2 years from now, when we have 4 of them making that kind of noise and running, it's just going to be something to behold. It'll be one of those times I'll be actually glad that I've lost a significant portion of my hearing, I think. So,
That's perfect. That's perfect.
This case involving Hobby Lobby and Conestoga Wood Specialties is very significant, and this could be one of the most important ways that Obamacare could be challenged. So let's talk about, first of all, help our listeners understand what this case will involve and why it becomes so significant.
Well, the real issue here is the real coercion that the Obama administration is pursuing in terms of really oppressing the religious and not even just religious but moral values of people of faith as it relates to life and to abortion. And what they're really trying to do is say that they get to define what life is and what it isn't. And so many times they are trying to make it out that that people like the Greens from Hobby Lobby are against contraception, and that this is a question of them trying to withhold medical care from women. But they like to kind of gloss over the whole, completely undisputed fact that there are life-ending properties of some of the drugs that they are mandating insurance companies to cover as a result of Obamacare. And so you have people like the Greens who are not Catholic, and other people in other cases who are saying, hey, look, we have freedom of conscience in this country. We have a right to live by our faith and by what we morally believe. That is that's what this country was founded on. That's, here we are at Thanksgiving celebrating the Pilgrims and going back to people who traveled a very, very long way to come and help establish this country as they were fleeing for an opportunity to practice their faith as they saw fit. And yet this administration is determined to be the ones who define what faith is instead of allowing people themselves to decide how they will exercise their faith.
Charmaine Yost is my guest, president of the Americans United for Life. It occurs to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember the Stupak agreement when Obamacare was passed, and that was supposed to guarantee that none of the funds for Obamacare would be used for any abortive process. And that was given by the president. It was his promise, and that was to get some of those pro-life Democrats on board, including Bart Stupak, who took such a beating for it. He ended up leaving Congress at the end of his term. Others joined him who also similarly met such resistance. But isn't this a total repudiation of the very promise the president made to Bart Stupak?
Oh, it absolutely is, and it's all of a piece and a pattern of behavior as it relates to Obamacare, that this administration is willing to say anything and do anything to coerce Americans into accepting this very, very extreme and radical piece of social engineering. And even at the time that we were fighting over the passage of Obamacare and fighting over the inclusion of abortion in Obamacare, every time we would lay out the case and show how abortion was going to be included in the very fabric of this bill, they would claim otherwise without offering any evidence. And so now we are here a few years later, and everything that was predicted at the time is coming true, and some of it's even worse. It's one of those things where once they were able to pass the legislation, now they are using things like these regulations that are outside of Congress and simply formulated through the Department of Health and Human Services. They're using their ability to formulate regulations to coerce people into into a worldview that looks like their own.
It also occurs to me that there's some significant numbers. I would think Democrats would want to learn these. 59% of Americans oppose an abortion mandate in Obamacare, according to some a poll by the Family Research Council. I'll get it right here in a minute, and the Alliance Defending Freedom. So I'm just thinking that we're not on the losing side of this position. Most Americans really do feel that while it's one thing to say, if you want to have an abortion, have one, but don't make me pay for it. And don't make someone else pay for it if they have a moral objection to either a surgical abortion or a chemical abortion. It is just something that many of us cannot fathom the thought of participating in. Will that have any sway, you think, in where this decision goes?
Well, I think it's still, the jury's still out on that as to whether or not we're able to prevail in this fight, although I will tell you that our record in the courts so far is a winning one, that when the judges and justices look at these various complaints, they are still coming down on the side of defending Americans' freedom of conscience. We haven't gotten all the way to the Supreme Court yet until these cases, so we'll wait and we'll see how the Supreme Court comes down on this. But because the American people are not with them on this issue, that's why they continue to say that red is blue and that blue is green, and refuse to be candid with the American people about what it is that they're actually doing. I mean, just before coming on today, you were talking about social media and your terrific presence on Facebook. I had somebody send me a message on Twitter full of profanity, saying saying that I was against contraception and that I needed to stop hurting women. Well, this is the messaging that the Obama administration is pursuing against any of us who dare to speak up and say that Americans have a freedom of conscience, to not be subsidizing abortion and life-ending drugs. They just keep saying, well, this is about contraception. That's why the Hobby Lobby case is so important. The Greens are not against contraception. Americans United for Life, not against contraception. What we are against are drugs that have the ability to end life. Clearly demonstrated, there's no debate about that, and yet the FDA has labeled them contraception, and the Obama administration is then moving forward and saying, you don't have a right to oppose this particular drug. That's just wrong, and it goes against everything that America stands for.
I think you're so very right about that. Charmaine, thanks for joining us. And by the way, happy Thanksgiving to you and Jack and all your family, and hope to see you guys very soon. Great.
Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
Thank you. Charmaine Yost, president of the Americans United for Life, 855-840-4825. We're going to take your calls right after this. This is The Mike Huckabee Show.
The Mike Huckabee Show.
Attention taxpayers, if you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, it's a fact that they have the power to take everything you own, including your home, business, and even your freedom. If you've received a letter from the IRS, don't ignore it. Your problem will only continue to get worse. Here's the good news. The IRS has recently released new programs geared at helping struggling taxpayers, where you may now qualify to settle your tax debt and wipe out up to 85% or more of what you currently owe, including penalties and interest. Or you may qualify qualify for other special programs. If you're being audited, have years of unfiled tax returns, have a federal tax lien, or worse yet, are being issued a wage garnishment or bank levy, listen carefully. Authority Tax Services expert staff of ex-IRS agents, attorneys, and CPAs can immediately protect you from IRS and state collectors and get you the best possible tax settlement guaranteed. Call 800-645-1792. That's 800-645-1792. 800-645-1792.
Hi, Robin. You look tired.
I am. I've been running all over town.
Why? Why not drive?
I need to get the stupid document notarized.
Oh, that's easy. You need personal service.
Duh. That's what I've been looking for.
You need to go see Mark at the Personal Service Center. He can notarize that for you, make copies, fax it wherever, or send it out in the mail. Heck, he can even scan it and email it for you.
Really? Where is he at?
2375 Northeast 25th Avenue, on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street. You can call him at 789-6683.
Personal Service Center. Thanks, Larry.
Hurricane season is upon us. WOCA and Sunbelt Rentals wants you to be prepared. Sunbelt Rentals has the equipment to help, like air nailers, aerial lifts, chainsaws, chippers, and stump grinders. They have light towers, skid steer loaders, and generators, just to name a few. Sometimes you might need a little help cleaning up afterwards. Sunbelt has the equipment you need, like dehumidifiers, pumps, sewer snakes, wet dry vacs, floor dryers, carpet equipment, and more. And right now is the time to get it done, with 2 special offers just for WOCA listeners. If you rent Friday after 3 p.m. and return it Monday before 9 a.m., you will only be charged for 1 day. Plus, just by mentioning WOCA, you get 25% off your rental. You heard right, not 5 or 10, but 25% off your rental just by mentioning that you heard it here on WOCA. But you'd better hurry. This is a limited time offer. Visit Sunbelt today on Highway 27, just half-mile east of I-75. Give them a call at 369-9101 or visit them on the web, sunbelt.com.
Experience Christmas at Gaylord Palms, November 23rd through January 5th with Ice, featuring Frosty the Snowman. Join Frosty, everyone's favorite snowman, in a colorfully frozen retelling of this original Christmas classic. Relive your favorite scenes, hand-carved in more than 2 million pounds of ice sculptures and slides. Plus, the all-new Artisans in Action Live Ice Carving Zone and the awe-inspiring Nativity in Ice. For tickets and packages, visit christmas@gaylordpalms.com.
News Talk 1370, WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults, so use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000, 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370, WOCA.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
So I knew it was important to have life insurance to protect our family, but I was putting it off. But then yesterday, a girlfriend of mine asked me, point blank, what would happen if you lost your husband? How would you pay the bills? The mortgage? The car payments? Food? And that's when it really hit me, and I realized I needed to get us life insurance. Right now. So I called AIG Direct, and in less than 5 minutes, I had a quote. I was shocked at how affordable it is. Just $18 a month for $250,000 of term life coverage. I feel so much better knowing the kids and I are protected. And my husband was so happy I got the quote.
Save up to 70% when you get term life insurance through AIG Direct. Call now for a free, no-obligation quote. It only takes 5 minutes, and you could save up to 70%. Call now, 1-800-463-7479. That's 1-800-463-7479. 1-800-463-7479.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Huckabee.
Welcome back to the Mike Huckabee Show. It is the day before Thanksgiving as you get the little turkey prepared. maybe start looking at the maps and alternative ways to get where you want to be tomorrow, because it may be a little bit rough getting there. Back to the phones. Let's go to Owen in Albuquerque.
Hello,
Owen.
Governor Mike Huckabee. I hate to see my favorite show end, but I hope to pray and for you to be in the Senate or the House. My wife and I both would love to see you in the Senate.
Well, if I run for another office, Owen, I just want to go ahead and tell you, it won't be for the Senate.
Oh, how about the House?
How about maybe if I run for something, it comes with a House. How's that?
Oh, that'd be okay.
Okay, I just want to make sure you understand, because I don't think I'd survive in the Senate. I don't have the mindset, to be one of 100 guys that sit around and essentially get nothing done would frustrate me to no end.
That is a big joke.
Well,
yeah, well, I just have a hard time. The Senate's pace is a little too slow for me. And, so all those years serving as a governor in the executive branch, I think I understand that branch of government, what to do and how to do it. So if I were going to apply my skills in an elected office, it would be something of that nature. Appreciate your call, and thanks for the kind words. That means a lot. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's go to Chris, calling us from Laverne, Tennessee. Hello, Chris.
Hello. Happy Thanksgiving, President. Oh, I'm sorry, Governor Huckabee. Governor, I hear these people all the time defend Obama by saying what he does is a Christian thing. I don't ever recall Jesus saying, go out there and take those people's stuff and give it to these other guys. Or you do what I say.
Yeah.
I don't remember him ever doing that. Did he ever do that?
No, sir, he did not. I've said many times that if I reach into my pocket and I pull out money and I give it to somebody, that's charity. But if I reach into your pocket and I pull the money out and I give it to somebody, then that's theft. And the fact, I'll tell you what, it's not only theft, it's also deception, because that person may thank me for the gift when it wasn't even my money. So I think it's very important. Should I care about the poor? Absolutely. Should I do something about it? Yes. But should I take other people's money to do it? And they're giving involuntarily, giving by force? That's not charity. It's not charity at all. And so I really believe that the idea that redistribution of other people's income and assets is somehow charitable. No, it isn't. That's not how it's supposed to work. Josh is calling us from Kansas City. Listen to us at KCMO Radio. Hello, Josh.
Hey, Governor. Got a question. Is there a way to start an initiative legislation through the people, put it on the ballot to overrule and repeal the ACA and completely wipe Congress, set them aside, overrule their actions?
Well, we don't have a referendum mechanism at the federal level. A lot of states have one, but the federal government, we just can't have an initiative and get enough signatures and say we're going to repeal something. It has to be done legislatively. The only other option is the courts to overthrow it, which they've already affirmed it at least once. So I think our best efforts are going to be getting Republicans in the majority in the Senate and then getting a Republican president in 2016, and that would be the pathway to repeal. Let's hope we can do it. Josh, happy Thanksgiving to you. Appreciate your call. Quickly, let's go to Jim in Kansas City. Jim, how are you, sir?
Doing fine. We saw you at Sam's Club in Kansas City area and bought your book.
I hope you enjoyed it.
We did. We want to wish you and your family a happy Thanksgiving. And also, I want to say that you're the honestest person I know and enjoy your show. And also, I want to say one more thing is that I think you and I and a lot of people know that the Obama administration is planning all this stuff.
Well, I'm afraid you may be right, Jim. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks so much for your call and encouragement. This is the Mike Huckabee Show.
This is the Mike Huckabee Show on the Cumulus Media.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Life jackets save lives. Wear it, Florida.
We'll have clouds and a shower or two through the morning hours, then partly sunny, windy, and quite cool this afternoon with temperatures ending up in the 60s to lower 70s across the area. Clear, much colder tonight, lows ranging from 36 inland to 46 on the coast. Thanksgiving Day, breezy and cool with clouds and sun. There may be a shower in spots along the coast. Highs tomorrow only in the 60s. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
How good does it get?
Golf has long been considered to be sport's most prestigious game, and WOCA has your connection to everything in the golf world. Every first and third Thursday at 10 a.m., tune in for Let's Talk Golf with your host, PGA professional and teacher to the stars, Jim Beckett, and operations manager for the Links of Spruce Creek South, Darren Irwin, right here on The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Don't ever miss a single edition of the Mike Huckabee Show. We're going to have a whole lot of fun talking the big issues of the day. We'll talk to the newsmakers and the issues that made them a newsmaker, as well as we'll bring you some entertainment, some fun. You never know what's going to happen on the Mike Huckabee Show. Don't miss it.
Join Mike Huckabee every weekday from noon to 3 exclusively on WOCA The Source.
WOCA, WOCA.
You're listening to WOCA News Talk 1370, Ocala's source for what's happening in today's hottest, up-to-date news and topics.
ABC News Now, I'm Daria Albinger. It isn't what you want to hear on one of the busiest travel days of the year. Icing problems on Boeing 787 Dreamliner and 747-8 planes with engines that are made by General Electric could lead to forced landings. It's part of a rare airworthiness directory from the FAA. Flying could take longer than usual today, especially in the Northeast. Bad weather causing a lot of delays, but so far only a few hundred cancellations. Many retailers could be facing flat sales for the holidays, but Black Friday is still a huge event. The Consumer Electronics Association says more than 6 in 10 Americans plan to shop on Friday. Despite a rise in online shopping, it accounts for only about 10% of sales. A high-fat diet can increase a woman's risk of breast cancer, especially early in her life. Researchers at Michigan State University found eating that way can increase cell growth and alters immune cells and breast tissue. And that could lead to precancerous lesions and possibly breast cancer. This is ABC News.
If you're a homeowner who's faithfully made your mortgage payments, you deserve thanks for doing the right thing. And I'd like to tell you about a powerful financial tool that rewards your commitment. Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans, and the tool that I'm talking about is the Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. HARP is designed to help you lower your mortgage payments. It's for homeowners who are current on their mortgage payments, but due to the housing market may have little or no equity left in their home. And even if you were unable to get a HARP loan in the past, new guidelines mean that now you may be eligible. More than 2.5 million homeowners have already taken advantage of HARP and are saving an average of $250 a month. If you're one of the millions yet to take advantage, call us today at 800-QUICKEN. To learn more, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to quickenloans.com. That number again is 800-QUICKEN.
Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number.
On Next Voice of Ocala, amusement park expert Peter Tribuca drops by the show. He's going to talk about the amusement parks and how they can enter into your holiday plans. Plus, City Councilman John McLeod from the city of Ocala to bring us up to date on Project Home Run and all that's going on with the Ocala Yankees. Plus, its Buddy Sports page will have the latest on all the world of sports, getting you ready for Florida State. All that and more on the Next Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're streaming live at WOCA.com. The Source.
Ugh, what wrong? Ugh, need wood for fire.
Ugh, I go get. Ugh, I got wood for fire.
Ugh, what takes so long?
Had to use restroom. Someone not refill toilet paper.
Ugh, my bad. You wash hands?
Ugh, of course. Ugh, what caveman you take me for?
You know, Dan, people who save money by switching to Mike Scott Plumbing sure are happy.
Well, Brittany, how happy are they?
Happier than a caveman with indoor plumbing.
Yep. Get happy. Get Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it. 237-2888.
Oh, it's cold in here. Ooh, it's hot in here.
It's just right in this house.
Looks like 1 out of 3 know about climate control mechanical services in Ocala. The first didn't call 291-0185. The second didn't know to call 291-0185. The third called 291-0185. So the moral of the story? To know is one thing, but to know and take action is another. Climate control mechanical services. Just right.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Pick up your copy of Lady Lake Magazine featuring local businesses and issues and written by local volunteers. Lady Lake Magazine has become a must-read in Marion, Lake, and Sumter counties, audited by Circulation Verification Council and serving the area for 23 years. Plus, Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. All we ask is that you tell them where you heard about them. Call Tom's Picks at 352-804-1223 and pick up your copy of Lady Lake Magazine today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Hi, this is Joe, and I'm your host for the new show, Damage Control, every Tuesday morning at 10:30 a.m., brought to you by Damage Control Services. We're going to be discussing floods, fires, storm and tree damage, sinkholes, mold, and many other disasters that you need to know about, how to prevent and prepare for them, as well as what to do when it happens and what to expect after it happens. This is Damage Control, Tuesdays at 10:30, right here on The Source.
Hi, I'm Tom Ingram, CEO of Gateway Bank, inviting you to drop by our main office on Silver Springs Boulevard every Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. for the Community Gazette, a 3-hour show focusing on our favorite community to live and work, Ocala, Marion County. Come join us with the voice of Ocala, Buddy Martin, in the new old-fashioned bank radio studio as we discuss a variety of interesting topics on the Community Gazette on WOCA The Source.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
More conversation, less confrontation. It's the Mike Huckabee Show, live from Little Rock, Arkansas. Ladies and gentlemen, Governor Mike Huckabee.
Well, a very happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I know that a lot of you are traveling. The East Coast is kind of a mess today, and if your travel plans include anywhere along the eastern seaboard, it is going to be challenging. You might double-check the roads and make sure it's even safe to attempt it. And if you're planning on flying anywhere, I'd sure call the airline ahead of time and see if the flight's going to actually go somewhere. So many flights being canceled all around the East Coast, and I just want you to be very, very careful out there. We're going to have a great Thanksgiving with our family. Got the whole crew coming in. My oldest son from California, all 4 grandkids, all 3 kids. Then we have brothers and sisters for my wife and me, and just, it was going to be a house full. I think I'm cooking fried turkey for about 26, 27 people tomorrow, so that's going to be an all-day deal. But we've got a special Thanksgiving show for you tomorrow. So we're going to be here. So if you're cooking or enjoying the day, just remember, we'll be here for you. A very special Thanksgiving edition of the Mike Huckabee Show. When this Iran thing started surfacing last week and then the big deal being announced over the weekend, I was concerned from day one that this was not going to be something to celebrate, and increasingly, we're certainly finding out why. The fact is Iran has been celebrating, dancing in the street. Their so-called moderate president, Rouhani, is not a moderate. The guy's a radical. And any suggestion that he's moderate because when he talks to Americans, he smiles a little bit, it belies the fact that he's still a death to America, death to Israel kind of radical Islamist. And he's out there saying that, well, under no conditions are they going to stop enriching uranium. Well, I think most of us with a brain understood that. You can't trust the Iranians. Why would we ever think we could? That in itself was nonsense, and now we're getting all the more reason to believe that everything they've told us about how they're going to behave and be good boys, all they need is just to please relax these sanctions, and we were stupid enough to do it, give them $8 billion, which I just cannot believe we would do that, and they're spitting in our face already. Hadn't even been a week. This is just amazing. If this is foreign policy, God help us. I said to a group the other night in New York, I was speaking to the Zionist Organization of America, and I said, the difference between Israel and the United States right now is that we have a Chamberlain and they have the Churchill. And I just wish that we had a Churchill, somebody who understood, not a warmonger. This is what someone the other day accused those of us who are not happy about the Iranian deal of being for war. No, absolutely not. I'm not for war. Pray to God we don't have another one. But the best way to prevent one, if we're not going to bomb their nuclear facility, bankrupt their country. Keep the economic sanctions on. But make it very clear to them that whatever it takes, including bombing them, we are not going to let them continue to move forward with a nuclear program because not only are they recklessly irresponsible with the thought of it, but it creates a proliferation within the entire Middle East that the world can't live with. That shouldn't be all that hard for people to figure out. And especially, giving Iran a nuclear weapon is like giving a 16-year-old boy the keys to a car and a gallon of whiskey and telling him, be careful out there. It does not end well. Another story we've been following, we're going to keep following this because I'm anxious to see what happens with it. I was on Fox and Friends this morning on the Fox News channel, and this was one of the topics we talked about. Lara Logan, who is really an outstanding reporter, almost got killed covering the so-called Arab Spring in Egypt, was sexually assaulted and stripped naked in a square by a bunch of thugs and just beaten and left for dead. She reported on a story for 60 Minutes that turned out that the person she interviewed was maybe not totally forthcoming and deceptive to her. And yes, they should have done a better job of checking that out. I agree with that. 60 Minutes has apologized, but they have suspended Lara Logan and the producer of the story. I understand why they did that, and perhaps that was the necessary thing to just show, look, we take our reputation seriously. We believe in journalistic integrity. We want to make sure we don't roll with stories that are not thoroughly vetted and checked out. Now, I will say that despite the fact that maybe the source that she had for that interview turned out to be flaky, it does not change this reality that we still don't know what happened in Benghazi. So I hope people don't, somehow lose that piece of all of this. I really, really think that would be, a great tragedy. But here's what I want to point out. Lara Logan gets suspended from CBS because she interviewed somebody that turned out to be a complete phony. Alec Baldwin has been dumped from BSNBC because he screamed at some people in the streets of New York and gave some homophobic rants. And he's just I think, kind of a thug of a person, frankly, from all he seems to be in public. He doesn't seem to be able to work with people very well. He needs a little more sandbox time by himself.
All right, let's get this nightmare over with.
Yeah, that would be your nightmare, Alec. I mean, he really can just... I don't know if there's any anger management classes they could enroll him in, but he needs them. But guess who still has his job? Well, it's the absolutely legendary Martin Bashir.
We now have the legendary Mike Huckabee.
No, it's the legendary Martin Bashir, who is becoming legendary because he made the most vile, disgusting comments towards Sarah Palin. I mean, just really hideous. And yes, he did come back in a few days and apologize him, even though they were scripted and carefully planned and intentional. But he's not, so far, even being reprimanded by his network. All he had to do was just say, I'm sorry, and he's back. Makes no sense to me. Well, when we come back, we have a very special treat for you on this day before Thanksgiving. Our dear friend Anthony Kearns, one of the original founding members of the Irish Tenors, will be joining us. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back. This is The Mike Huckabee Show.
The Mike Huckabee Show.
I don't know about you, but I don't like taking pills for minor muscle pain, and I really don't care for those patches. But I found something that really works. Australian Dream Arthritis Pain Relief Cream. It's a great product. It doesn't smell, doesn't burn, it's not greasy, and the best thing, it really works. Australian Dream's got an empty jar guarantee. That means you can use the whole jar, and if you're not happy, get your money back. But I'm pretty sure you're not going to send it back, because the stuff works. Get Australian Dream at Walgreens, CVS, or Walmart.
The holidays are upon us, and it's a magical time of the year. While entertaining family and friends at home, freshen the air with Citrus Magic Air Freshener. Considered the most effective odor eliminator, naturally absorbing bad odors and replacing them with fresh scents. It doesn't just cover up odors, it eliminates them. Citrus Magic is made in America and available at Walmart, Target, Walgreens, Kroger, your local hardware store, or online. Citrus Magic wishes you a joyous holiday season and a happy new year. There's magic in the air. Citrus Magic.
Howdy folks, RL here. I want to tell you about the best $5 bargain anywhere. For a limited time, Dairy Queen at Silver Springs is offering a sandwich or chicken strips, fries, a medium drink, and a sundae for only $5 till 4 p.m. And new on the menu is the Orange Julius line of real fruit smoothies, including protein smoothies. Our fresh-made garden salads go great with a fruit smoothie. Dairy Queen, Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
This is a public notice. Local residents can now save thousands of dollars on their next car, truck, or SUV. It's not a tent sale, because no tent is big enough to hold this many cars. It's OcalaForSale.com. Say goodbye to sticker shock. OcalaForSale.com has thousands of vehicles with no stickers at all. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, less proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Frederick's Appliance. They sell not only new, but used guaranteed appliances. When you call ABC Frederick's Appliance, they will provide service on what they sell and any appliances that you own. ABC Frederick's Appliance is located in Bellevue, right over the railroad tracks. Call 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. ABC Frederick's Appliance.
News Talk 1370, WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults. So use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000. 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370, WOCA.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live? That's right. No tape shows here. We know that the news doesn't sleep. And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara. And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment. Right here on WOCA The Source.
How good does it get?
Golf has long been considered to be sport's most prestigious game, and WOCA has your connection to everything in the golf world. Every first and third Thursday at 10 a.m., tune in for Let's Talk Golf with your host, PGA professional and teacher to the stars, Jim Beckett, and operations manager for the links of Spruce Creek South, Darren Irwin, right here on The Source.
Attention taxpayers, if you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, it's a fact that they have the power to take everything you own, including your home, business, and even your freedom. If you've received a letter from the IRS, don't ignore it. Your problem will only continue to get worse. Here's the good news. The IRS has recently released new programs geared at helping struggling taxpayers where you may now qualify to settle your tax debt and wipe out up to 85% or more of what you currently owe, including penalties and interest. Or you may qualify for other special programs. If you're being audited, have years of unfiled tax returns, have a federal tax lien, or worse yet, are being issued a wage garnishment or bank levy, listen carefully. Authority Tax Services expert staff of ex-IRS agents, attorneys, and CPAs can immediately protect you from IRS and state collectors and get you the best possible tax settlement guaranteed. Call 800-645-1792. That's 800-645-1792. 800-645-1792.
Welcome back to the Mike Huckabee Show. It is the day before Thanksgiving. And one of the things for which I am grateful is the wonderful music of Anthony Kearns, one of the original founding members of the Irish Tenors. He's been on my television show several times, and we just love having him, and our audience eats him with a spoon. They love him so much. Delighted to have him back. Anthony, welcome, and happy Thanksgiving to you.
And the same to you, Governor Huckabee. It's a great pleasure to be back on with you again.
We've had so many great opportunities to visit, and one of the things that just always impresses me is that you still love to sing. Some people who do it all the time, I mean, they love doing it, but you love it with a passion, and it just sort of flows out of you. I'm just amazed that it never seems to get old to you.
No, it's funny. Growing up as a kid, when I had any troubles of my own, and there would have been small things, but it was the one thing that let me escape. I love my music. I love singing. It's part of my life. It's like the blood running through my veins. And if I couldn't sing, I would be very upset.
Well, you are going to be participating tomorrow in the Thanksgiving Day Parade in Philadelphia, the 94th annual Dunkin' Donuts Thanksgiving Parade. I think it's the old Mummers Parade, they used to call it, and now it's the Dunkin' Donuts Parade. I don't know what the Mummers are, but I know what Dunkin' Donuts is all about. So will you be like atop a float during the parade?
So I believe, yes. We were told to wrap up warmly, good coats, good scarves, because it's going to be cold tomorrow. And yes, I'm one of many entertainers and various stars that they have brought in to celebrate Thanksgiving. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be early in the morning, but we'll be up and ready for them and looking forward to it. It's a great way to kick off the celebrations and Thanksgiving. So it'll be nice. I'm looking forward to it.
That's a great honor to be able to be. I think some of the other people that are going to be with you are people like Cedric the Entertainer, who I just think is one of the funniest people. So if you get a chance, nudge him and say, Old Huck is really a big fan, because I know that will make his day. He'll probably say, who? Who is that? But that's okay.
Yeah,
but
I hope to get up close to him. Yeah, there's interesting characters on the float. It's going to be busy, but it's certainly going to be entertaining for those that are having a leisurely lie in and want to turn on the TV. It's on ABC, I think, TV, so it'll be something interesting to kick off the celebrations and make their day special.
Anthony, your latest CD, With a Song in My Heart. Tell us about how this came about. This is one of the solo projects that you've done.
It is. As part of the Irish Tenors, I have something in the region of 13 albums and 6 or 7 PBS specials with the Irish Tenors, and people have been hounding me for years. You need to bring out a solo. You need to bring out a solo. I knew they were right, but I just never got my head around it. I couldn't just get the time together to do it. And I eventually, this year, after 20 years of singing, managed to put down on paper the list of songs I wanted to do and the title of the album. There's a lot involved, not just the singing. I took over the whole project from start to finish, and it was quite exhausting, to be honest with you. But I managed to deliver a product that's, I think I can stand over it, and I'm glad it's done now, but there was a lot gone into it. Yeah, so with a Song in My Heart is a compilation of songs that have accompanied me on my tours all around the world for the last 20 years, songs that are feature in my concert programs, a mixed bag, as they say, a roller coaster of emotions.
I'm visiting with Anthony Kearns, and he is one of the original founding members of the musical group, the Irish Tenors. Tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day, he's going to be atop a float freezing to death while we will be home safely and warm in our homes watching him on television. His brand new CD is called With a Song in My Heart. One of the things that I love about the CD, and I have the CD and I've loaded it into my iTunes, is that it's such a variety, Anthony. I mean, it's not just Irish songs. You've got everything from Broadway show tunes and obviously some Irish tunes, some old standards, American. In fact, let's play a cut from the album. This is a great American folk favorite that you sang for Virginia Governor Bob McDonnell. A little cut here from Shenandoah.
Okay.
That's a little cut from the album. With a Song for My Heart, that's Anthony Kearns, the song Shenandoah, of course. Anthony, the whole album is just filled with great vocals, but I love the variety. I think anybody who's a fan of the tenors and a fan of Anthony Kearns, they're going to absolutely love this CD. And can I just make a suggestion?
Sure.
I think it would be a great Christmas gift for people. What do you think about that?
I think it's a fabulous idea. I second that completely.
Somehow I knew that you were going to like that.
Yeah, as you say, it's like, well, the way I look at it is sitting down to do albums, I look at it as like planning a concert program. A mixed program. You like to have a little bit of everything. So we have, as you say, Broadway, some light opera, some comedy, some nostalgic songs, some Irish songs. There's a mixed program there, and there's something for somebody in it, and there's the spiritual songs as well. So it covers the gamut, as they say.
I also want to visit with you because last week was the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. His family, the Kennedy family, was originally from your part of Ireland, the county of Wexford. Tell me about the connection that Irish people have with John F. Kennedy, because I know that there was an extraordinary connection, not only from Irish people, but the Kennedys, obviously, and John Kennedy, the president, had a real deep sense of identity from his Irish roots.
That's right. Well, as you know, and as probably your listeners would know, his family came from a place called Dunganstown in County Wexford, emigrated to the States, very successful in the Boston area, and then, John F. Kennedy becoming the President of the United States, the Irish people looked at him as a beacon of light and hope from a small island of Ireland that was struggling at the time to see one of their own, as they called him, doing so well. It was a beacon of light and hope for the Irish people. And on the mantelpiece of any home in Ireland, there were two pictures. There was that of the Pope and John F. Kennedy over the mantelpiece. So they were the great.
And hopefully they knew. Yeah, and hopefully they knew which one was which. I mean, that would be very important to keep that.
Yes, but that's the strong connection, and down through the years, that connection has always been there, and the Kennedys kept that connection, and John F. Kennedy visited Ireland, as have many of the family members. I met Jean Kennedy Smith not too long ago at a reception in New Ross in County Wexford that I performed at. So the connection has constantly been kept there, and Robert Kennedy's daughter, Courtney, married to an Irishman, lived in Ireland for a while, so the connection is still there with Ireland, with the United States, and as I said, that was the great hope for the Irish people, looking for an opportunity, looking for a chance in life, and they were given that, I suppose, and a lot of them came to the United States, so they're very proud of the Kennedy name.
As well they should be. Anthony Kearns, my guest, he'll be tomorrow on one of the floats in the Philadelphia Thanksgiving Day Parade. It'll be on ABC. But recently, you've spent some time in a little bit of warmer weather and down in Texas. You spent a lot of time in Texas. What kept you in Texas so long? I
was campaigning. I felt like a governor, actually. I was campaigning. I traversed all over Texas. I performed a lot of concerts throughout the United States. I just finished yesterday, in fact. But at least 6 or 7 of those shows were in Texas. So we passed through places like Kilgore and El Paso and everywhere in between. Turlock, well, no, that's in California. So we went all over the coast, West Coast, East Coast, and the middle of the country. But it was it's a great way to see this great country. one can get on a plane and fly here and fly there, and you see airports and you see hotel and you're gone again. But when you're on the ground and in a car, as you know too well, you've done it long enough, and you traverse by car and you see all the small towns in between, that's the real America that you see.
You know, that's a good point, because I don't know how many times I've been to places and all I saw was an airport terminal. I'd get in the car, I'd be driven to a hotel ballroom, I'd make a speech, I'd get back in the car, back to the airport, I'm gone. And you're right, you really miss the culture and the local flavor of a place. And I'm so glad you had a chance to experience that. You know, I think, Anthony, you've seen a lot more of America than most Americans have. So you ought to write a book about An Irishman Does America. I think that could be a bestseller.
The Irish are everywhere tour.
That's it. Well, you are everywhere, and the good thing is you're everywhere with some absolutely magnificent music. This new CD is so terrific, and I just want to again say, if anybody's looking for a great stocking stuffer, something that will be loved by all ages and every member of the family, Anthony Kern's brand new CD, With a Song in My Heart, will absolutely thrill anyone who receives it. Anthony, stay warm on that float tomorrow. Be careful, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
I will do, Mike, and thank you so much. And just for those that need to find it, it's anthonykearnstenor.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Anthony Kearns, one of the original members of the Irish Tenors. And we are so grateful to have you here on this day before Thanksgiving. You're listening to The Mike Huckabee Show.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This could cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us if you want Viagra at the lowest prices. Never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-814-3079 today to save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-814-3079. Call 800-814-3079. That's 800-814-3079. Again, 800-814-3079.
On next Voice of Ocala, amusement park expert Peter Tribuca drops by the show. He's going to talk about the amusement parks and how they can enter into your holiday plans. Plus, City Councilman John McLeod from the city of Ocala to bring us up to date on Project Home Run and all that's going on with the Ocala Yankees. Plus, its Buddy Sports page will have the latest on all the world of sports, getting you ready for Florida State. All that and more on the next Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're streaming live at WOCA.com, The Source.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Pick up your copy of Lady Lake Magazine, featuring local businesses and issues and written by local volunteers. Lady Lake Magazine has become a must-read in Marion, Lake, and Sumter counties, audited by Circulation Verification Council and serving the area for 23 years. Plus, Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them.
Hi, this is Joe, and I'm your host for the new show, Damage Control, every Tuesday morning at 10:30 a.m., brought to you by Damage Control Services. We're going to be discussing floods, fires, storm and tree damage, sinkholes, mold, and many other disasters that you need to know about, how to prevent and prepare for them, as well as what to do when it happens and what to expect after it happens.
Hi, I'm Tom Ingram, CEO of Gateway Bank, inviting you to drop by our main office on Silver Springs Boulevard every Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. for the Community Gazette, a 3-hour show focusing on our favorite community to live and work, Ocala, Marion County. Come join us with the voice of Ocala, Buddy Martin, in the new old-fashioned bank radio studio as we discuss a variety of interesting topics on the Community Gazette on WOCA, The Source.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
On the next AM Ocala Live, it's Thanksgiving!
Yay!
We're going to have some fun, Robin.
And food.
I've got some Adam Sandler music.
And food.
I've got that Wally guy.
And we've got some ambrosia.
I've got that kid from the Bronx.
And some more food.
And I have some more songs from some guy who did some songs about birds.
Oh, now
and
that's
turkeys.
Cool. I
and
love
stuffing.
The turkeys.
And it's going to be Thanksgiving, so I'm just going to be really thankful.
That's right.
I'm going to be so thankful. I'm going to be thankful for my own thankfulness.
I know.
Can you be thankful for your own thankfulness?
I certainly can.
I'm thankful for your thankfulness.
And I'm thankful for your thankfulness.
I'm grateful for your gratefulness.
And I'm grateful for everybody.
I'm honored by your honorableness.
Oh, yes.
And it's going to be Thanksgiving. There's going to be food.
Oh,
right?
A lot of food.
What do you bring? What are you bringing?
I'm bringing chili and ambrosia and eggnog and all this kinds of good stuff.
Good. You want to know what I'm bringing?
What?
My thankfulness.
Oh, yay.
Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you.
Live.
We'll see you.
Welcome back to the Mike Huckabee Show. It is the day before Thanksgiving. If you're traveling, be careful out there. It is a mess on the East Coast, and that means dangerous driving conditions. And it probably means major disruptions if you have to fly somewhere. And I know it's a stressful time anytime, so be careful. One good piece of news, if you get stuck somewhere, one of the best things to do is go find a movie. And maybe a great suggestion is one that's being released today. The name of the movie is Homefront. And the author of the novel from which it is based, Chuck Logan, joins me now. Chuck, it's a pleasure to have you here, and thanks so much for joining us on what I know is probably a busy day getting ready for Thanksgiving at your house.
Well, good afternoon, Governor, and I'm peeling and slicing apples to make pies.
What time shall I come over for lunch? Because the pie sounds really good.
I think that's for tomorrow.
Oh, but, well, I won't show up. You can go ahead. I've got to get our turkey ready. I'm going to do a deep-fried turkey, so I got to get all that stuff done today. But, now to other things. The movie comes out today. You've done a series of novels based on the character Phil Broker, a person who, in this case, is, in the movie, a widowed ex-DEA agent. This is a blockbuster film. Great cast, produced by Sylvester Stallone, directed by Gary Fleder, who did Runaway Jury and Kiss the Girl. So, as a novelist, you've got to feel pretty excited about that kind of a crew putting together your story.
It's such a long shot to have a book actually made into any film, much less a major motion picture with star power behind it. So I'm very happy about all of this, and it came along into my life like a skyhook. A year ago I was fighting about a book I wanted to put out, and I wasn't getting a lot of response from New York, and suddenly I have options now. It's just a very exciting time in my life.
I think also the fact that the screenplay was done by Sylvester Stallone, which must make you feel pretty good that, he did all right with the Rocky series, so maybe he's got the magic to take the story and adapt it for the screen. And, it just sounds like a terrific film. Tell us the story, the plot line, so we can kind of know what to expect when we go to the film.
Well, are you talking about the book or what happened as it was adapted to the screen?
Well, primarily let's start with the book, and then we'll find out what's different. Because if those who have read the book, they may find out that it's going to be a little different. So let's start with the book, and then we'll talk about what did they do that changed it.
Well, I don't know much about making movies, and so I'm on the same page as